100,000, or is that 2 million? That is 2 million. Oh my gosh, what a great number. So, Artiztikk getting to get his momentum started, has the Spiral Swords on deck, is able to get straight into the Rising Sun, but doesn't have enough HSD available to confirm. Okay, for Artiztikk is very willing to just like reset the situation, go in afterwards, getting into his Doom, because Doom manages to do all this damage while also building so much meter in the process, is going to be able to take out Nova and still have the opportunity to bring in a Devil Trigger Vergil. Oh, gets the opportunity with Round Trip, but does not manage to confirm it. It looks like the mix-up was a smart one, but just needed to have a little bit more on the confirmations. Oh my gosh, I appreciate Artiztikk going with the brown color scheme for his team. Looks so nice. And it's also really aesthetically pleasing that we finally have some of the damage numbers added back in from that was in the game's code, but had been removed by Capcom at some point in development. But it looks so nice to have that in, be able to see how pathetic some of these characters' life bars are as Dr. Doom makes them vanish with heat. Oh my gosh, MT Sugar continues a subscription 48 months. Thank you, MT Sugar, for supporting the community with your artistic brilliance and also with the subscription to the HAVENGERS. Not all of us could be as cool as MT Sugar, but we can all potentially subscribe to the HAVENGERS, so if you're appreciating some Marvel action this evening, please think about subscribing to the HAVENGERS, and oh, not quite in time to punish. X Factor 3 Ryu's beam is something that hurts if you actually get clipped by it. Is this going to be able to? Does not. The photons manage to clip Ryu, and David or David is looking like he's in a really challenging situation. Kills off Doom. Is there going to be the opportunity? Hits Vergil with that, with the Denshin Shoryu. Can't handle the chip damage, is going to die without even getting hit there. Very nice work to Artiztikk getting a checkmate situation. Brilliant work. And this time Round Trip leads into a happy birthday, is going to be able to pick up, picks up Ryu instead of being able to pick up Nova there, and again has the happy birthday but drops it partway through, is going to go for a TAC. This should be able to kill off Nova, and let's see if he goes for the infinite or he just goes for reps of anything. Okay. Going for the infinite, should be able to kill in a really meter positive way, and Artiztikk is a great player at taking advantage of exactly having meter is just great for his team, and is going to be able to lead into like many advantageous situations or situations where he just doesn't need to risk as much in order to take advantage, and goes for the snap, decides that Anchor Deadpool is much more threatening than Anchor Ryu, is just going to kill off this character before there's a chance for that to happen. Immediately hits the mix-up, is going to be able to get the kill here. And both players are at full meter. Decides to do it using 2 meters by DHCing into Vergil. And this way I think he also gets to build a tiny bit of meter back. Nice work to Artiztikk in the meter management. Just has all of the resources to make David's life hard. He's going to go in with these Spiral Swords. Gets multiple sets of hits, and this is enough for those golden letters. Counting like a Marvel player up to 5. It's all we need for our letters. It's all we need for our amount of meter we could handle. All good. So, looks like Artiztikk here going up another game. Now that it's 2-0, let's see if David's staying with the same team order. It feels like Nova has not gotten a ton of opportunity to play. Artiztikk has just been very smothering with the Vergil, and those happy birthdays have been quite threatening. Doom is going to build enough here that I think he actually manages to... Oh, that was a sneaky reset. Doom does so much damage that a lot of people aren't anticipating resets from him, but looks like Artiztikk is going to be able to get this kill meterless instead for that reason. It now has 4 meters on deck in order to deal with its incoming. Ooh, almost managed to push David back to the corner. and is going to be able to put on Spiral Swords for the confirm. Previously has gone for some snaps, does not want to leave Deadpool anchor, and is much happier to have Ryu there, but after this drop, is he going to go for it again? Or is he going to continue to leave Ryu? Oh, this time it's going to be the kill. Let's see if X Factor 3 is what Deadpool needed to shine, or if the stifling power of Artiztikk is just going to be too much for David to manage. Forced out an X Factor, and so much of that X Factor time is going to get eaten by potentially by Spiral Swords, but it looks like Artiztikk instead wanted to go for some mix-ups. Is going to lose Doom as a result of this? No, does not lose Doom, but ends up investing his X-Factor. Should be able to kill Deadpool off here, and as long as Artiztikk doesn't drop this combo, this may be the end of David's winner's bracket run. Oh, David has another chance going in there. What will they do? They went for the Mad Wheel, and this does not work on projectiles. I'm sorry, David. Life is not going to work out that well, and that Deadpool goes down, and David is sent to the lower bracket. Very nice work to Artiztikk. Also, shoutouts again to Eternal Yoshi for giving a color mod. I had been one of the people who had not been properly appreciative of Artistikk's color scheme for his team on the base level, but when he was given an expanded roster of colors to work with, Snack has what it takes to catch the evasive enormous head, or if there's going to just be MOTHMAN getting up to 5 meters without needing to interact. Throwing out some ground control there. This is one of the matchups where Bionic Lancer or Bionic Arm is just not as effective as it is in a bunch of other ones, but Midnight Snack going in, just swinging and getting hits is putting the pressure onto MOTHMAN, and this is why you cannot Bionic Arm, because Killer Illumination is one of the that could be used on reaction to punish, and is going to yield a full combo for MODOK, and that combo will bring so much meter. Oh, MOTHMAN has posted some videos about what can be done with Morrigan's TAC state. Let's see what he decides to do with it. Is going to push Midnight Snack into the corner. Already has 5 meters on deck. There may be the possibility of going for the drain loops, but looks like MOTHMAN just sticking with what's stable here at the moment. Killing off the Spencer, which had put in the hurt on his MODOK. And it should be looking pretty good for MOTHMAN. Midnight Snack, though, even though their first character's lost, they have a ton of meter on deck. 4.5 bars means that they could do guess hard drives if needed. They could throw out Hyper Sentinel Force to try and murder and assist. There's lots of neutral tools that could be... Oh, just like that, is going to get the hit on MODOK, get the hit on Morrigan, kill off both characters using X-Factor, and then it's all up to Phoenix. But Phoenix with 5 meters and X-Factor is exactly who you want it to be up to. So Phoenix pops and gets the kill on Sentinel immediately before there's a chance to play. The mix-up is too strong, and Midnight Snack, one more chance to do this, throws out the beam, has a... I guess since no X-Factor was on deck, that ended up being the end of Midnight Snack. MOTHMAN taking the first game 10-0. Midnight Snack's Spencer did really good work that previous game. Had taken off 3/4 of MODOK's life, and then got to deal with some TAC shenanigans from Morrigan. But this time MOTHMAN gets to get those air-to-ground buttons in, and just locks down Midnight Snack. Getting caught a little bit with their own buttons. Not quite finishing combos as normal, but is able to get another set of aggression going, and because of this, Spencer is very likely to go down. MOTHMAN already at 5 meters, and what is this? The amazing Senior Hamon is raiding with a party of 15. Thank you for supporting the community, Senior Hamon. It is appreciated. And along with bringing their community, Senior Hamon has brought themselves. Welcome to commentary. How are you doing this evening? It may take a moment for...
Thank you.
Senior Hamon? Yes. So, as people are noting in chat, Spencer, there's a lot of things that he normally just gets to do in other matchups that he doesn't get to do against MODOK. His ground control of just, like, having threat of arm is not there, so MODOK just gets to use a bunch of tools that feel safe in those situations. And very nice work by Mothman, knowing where the hitboxes are, that his RS is so enormous that it will manage to take out Akuma even in the middle of his super, because there's just no hitbox in that explosion from his boosters down there. Have you managed to get your audio stuff set up in your home?
Yeah, yes, I am finally here. I do apologize. I was simply mesmerized by the excellent offense coming from Mothman, leading this 2-0, especially right after that low catching Midnight Snack not blocking, and it looks like this is going to be a DN story for Spencer, baby. Who's going to next? We got Sentinel. Sentinel going to be able to block all this, especially with all the big hurt boxes. Mothman just laying down the feet, then just goes for the low. Midnight Snack is definitely not blocking, but has 3 bars of meters, so it's going to be able to make something happen, especially with flipping out. Not getting the throw.
Sentinel gets whipped around so much in that throw. Looks like he is not going to survive this, and Midnight Snack is going to be at just shy of 3 bars as Akuma comes in. We have a lot of Akumas that enter these brackets, and we know that THC is coming. Goes into the X Factor, but now MODOK is one of the characters that can just stall out of X Factor for such a long period of time, and sometimes just goes for very low risk pokes, but if they eat a beam, that could be, even on advancing guarding, that took so much of Mothman's life, but Midnight Snack didn't get the confirmation off of their throw. Now they're going to be knocked down. Is Mothman going to use more resources? Uses the full array X Factor, goes for the pickup, is going to lose Phoenix for trying to do the combo in that way, and now X Factor is used. There's only 2 meters on deck, and Mothman may actually lose MODOK for this interaction as well. Doesn't end up doing the combo with the ground bounce, but still manages to kill off MODOK. This is Midnight Snack's chance. X Factor is gone, meter is gone, but Mothman gets that hit with the shell kick, and with that, Midnight Snack is going to be sent to losers bracket. Nice work to Mothman on the 3 though.
Oh man, that was excellent. Well, almost comeback from Midnight Snack, but I definitely had a feeling Mothman might just fall with the shell kick. It is such a good move from Morrigan. A multi-hitting, high priority through everything. First turn.
Raccoon comebacks with X Factor and previous
Exactly.
sessions, like, it's not just the squid being like a chaotic element. There's the opportunity to mix, the opportunity to control space with all of the characters. Dang, this Shuma's eye is a little intense. Going in with the dark Shuma with the purple and the yellow greenish eye. This is some good stuff, but Artiztikk using this squid to get meter, just getting hits on him, and reset the situation with Vajra Assist is going to be able to keep Shuma locked down. How's Shuma going to get out of this?
Oh, I thought Shuma was about to right hop out, but luckily Artiztikk was able to finish and get that connection with Vergil. I wouldn't still count out Salu at all. Has 2 bars of meter. Oh, but golly hit. Never mind. Has 2 bar meters, but doesn't have 2 characters anymore. If has 2 bars, has an extension with Strider, 3 supers. Yeah, this is a nice sweeping clean from Artiztikk. This is exactly what I was talking about. If Artiztikk brings it, it's just all just a direction. I'm gonna guess that was a match, and she's trying to get a rematch. In the meantime, Salute taking a break. Have a breath of fresh air. Senor Turkey, hello, yes. Since I am the Senor Many Needs.
Yes, we are very happy to have the opportunity to be here tonight, and Salute sticking with those traditional colors, but Artiztikk going with this color-aligned brown team. Working out. Let's see what Salute adjusts in game plan. He had been pretty offensive with the Shuma spacing. I wonder if something was
mental tactic. That was a mental attack. That was let's see where the pre-fight of where you want it to be before the match started, and then go right to it like this. This guy's an accident.
Artiztikk got beam instead of bronze, so you cannot change your assists when you win a game. So just like keeping on point with that, Artiztikk like, oh, I had the other assist before, can't change that. So, getting to use some Rocks assist, but Dark Hole able to get in there. Judgment Cut has so much durability that it will just eat through things, but since it doesn't travel, it has a unique position in the hierarchy of projectiles. Salute here is going to be able to kill off Vergil meter positive though, and that's a great way to start the second game for Salute.
And I really like the color scheme from the... Oh, never mind. Doom likes his grabs of his schemes. Trying to build a last bar 3 meters. Definitely wants to get rid of the squid. But, I mean, on the other side, Salute has 4 bars, has options with Dorm and Rocket, can do things to either or, set things up. I mean, against Doom, Doom does not really have a ground dash. At least everyone's like, never mind. Just needs a mix, forget dashes. Oh, but Salute is just luckily able to back out. Gets the teleport to escape the rocks, but Artiztik's trying to fight back, throwing finger lane. Gets the Vajra, but is not able to pursue, especially after the Rocket Raccoon. So was able to get hit, but never mind. Vajra getting it.
A confirm off of Butter Gun at the top of the screen. People, we need to put some respect on Artiztik's name. That was an amazing full screen horizontal confirm at the top of the screen by Doom. Very nice work setting up the situation, and has orbs for the mix-up. Nice work on Salute, making those orbs essentially nothing. So now Artiztik's down to no meter, while Salute able to get the confirm. X-Factor's available, should actually be able to kill off Strider here if he invests the resources. And immediately make sure that the pendulum is out first, and then afterwards puts down the X-Factor. What is Doom gonna do against this incoming? Manages to not block. This is looking pretty scary for Artiztikk, but the drop by Salute. X-Factor now used by both players, but Artiztikk is going to have his for substantially longer. Both of them are running low on meter, just one on each side, so there's not going to be the opportunity to use meter to chip as much in this interaction. Artiztikk running low on X-Factor time, but has managed to get that hit, kills off Salute, and adds in some T there. I guess the Artiztikk does not do loose leaf, it's all bags for him. I do not know how I feel about the bagging of a small furry animal. Something feels very wrong about this. But let's see what Vergil can do as he gets started again. We've seen Artiztikk just get lots of momentum, though the first game, Salute had a hard time getting started with Shuma, but in the second game managed to get more momentum. Let's see if this time is going to be able to continue that trend, continue getting more momentum, and get the hits that he needs to take this. Oh, the Spitfire twice has been very good at connecting, but just hasn't been quite confirmed on. This is going to take out both Strider and... Oh, didn't invest the X-Factor, and now Vergil's going to do his work.
He's able to confirm off the swords, good thing. I was just about to say, why wasn't Salute starting to use meter, was able to at least get it confirmed. Almost gave Artiztikk the chance to come back. Yeah, just right here. Still the deal used, spent that bar to take out that Brother Sparta. Now just up to Doom. Luckily, Doom has no meter at the time. Lucky for Salute. Salute is able to clear the cell, just needs a time. Well, Artiztikk just hanging back, waiting for the perfect chance, laying it down with the finger lasers. Waiting for a chance to push in. Chance with the butter gun, doesn't happen. Side push bug. Oh, guts the rocks, reading the teleport. And almost able to catch that butter gun. Confirm, no. And Salute's quick to just roll on out of there with that nice Shuma. Backing off, picking a chance. I think Shuma's just probably, Salute's looking for a chance for the attack to just finally maybe get a multi-hitting lockdown on Doom. As this X-Factor is starting to wind down for Artiztikk. But I don't feel that Artiztikk is feeling all too afraid or worried at all, as we still have 43 seconds on the clock. Lay down the Dooms. Nice attempt to put up the missiles to beat out all of the eyes. Oh no. Nice call on Salute for Rocket. Attempts to push in forward.
Is going to be there because the first part of this pops them up. There's tons of time available for the confirmation by Rocket. This is going to be hard. Man doesn't manage to kill, instead just takes the knockdown in the corner and sets up multiple traps. This is looking pretty much like a used up X-Factor for Salute. Had the hit but wasn't able to turn it into a dead Doom. And now with 20 seconds on the Marvel clock, Raccoon's life being this high, Artiztikk is going to need to be pretty proactive, because Rocket's ability to just like dodge incremental chip is pretty high, and Artiztikk takes the motion that he needs, moves forward, and is able to get the knockdown on Raccoon. Let's see if he could get the kill. I'm not sure. Goes for the snap instead, and Shuma manages to avoid the incoming mix-up. It gets caught by Buttergun. Is Doom going to be able to close this out in time? No, with that, it looks like it will be too slow. Artiztikk is going to lose Doom, and he's going to learn that teabagging against a squid or a raccoon may not work out as well as he had desired. Looks like some squid tea is being involved. I've never had squid tea before. Have you seen your mom?
No, I haven't. Did not look very pleasant. It seems Artiztikk wasn't feeling too pleased about it either, as he gets his happy birthday on characters. Rocket gone. Shuma next. Double scoops for the side switches to style high times. Oh, Shuma gets out, unfortunately. Oh, but just throw the round trip to seal the deal. Now just left up to Dormammu. Has the switch. Oh, had the expert to try to see what's happening. Artiztikk confirmed it with the air grab. But, of course, from the air. Oh, nice tag into Doom. Actually, this might be possible to kill, I think, with the 2 bars.
Oh, not no. If he dropped it. For chances to believe, it looks like we are playing with the belief systems of the liberal Terminator. It's going on and off so quickly. I guess that's what the future tech lets you bring, faster belief system modification. Oh, it is not Pasadena rules. Things are first to 3. Salute is going to potentially just be sent to loser's bracket if he cannot clutch it out with this Dormammu here and now.
Raw Earths.
So the chip is really becoming a threat here, and very nice work to Artiztikk, not being impatient, just lets Salute throw out the Chaotic Flame, gets around, and then goes to his own bagging.
Oh,
so
man.
Both of those players were amazing. This time Artiztikk came out on top, and Salute, we know that the power-up of the loser's bracket sometimes can power up squids.
Especially characters and teams like these. So I'm very excited to see what's going to be happening in this first match as we go right into it. Living Legend started with Chris this time. Shoots through both of the Soul Fist. Cosmos attempting to go in. Gets one of the hits off the shell kick, but was not able to finish. Attempts again. Actually gets this time. Is able to connect. I'm curious to see what kind of combo Cosmos is going to happen, but unfortunately dropped it, giving Living Legend another chance. Throw out some grenades. Let's see if they're starting to read the defense. Oh, but getting pegged by those Doom missiles. Legend attempting to try and throw another Magnum. Even attempting to approach the offense as navigating through this Astral Vision. And the Doom missile is going to start to come up from top. Oh, wow. Not that much come out. Another Magnum. Gets Morrigan. Another hit. Supers. This is going to be a DHC moment. At least gets the grenade up top. No, just waits. Finally switches out into Wesker. Gets the gunshot. Wants to take the shades off. Cosmos attempt to probably do a probably DP to get Wesker out of that. Either way, it ended up working in Cosmos' favor. Although Morrigan is close to death, has his connection, actually is able to connect to the corner, gets a THC, gets it. Does Cosmo has these?
Going for a TAC into Vergil. Like, if you're like, I'm on some high MS, what's still going to work? TAC into Vergil and then follow up with the Spiral Swords? Oh, almost had the opportunity to get that confirmed. But very nice work. Legend, just with some teleports, managed to stall out the entirety of Spiral Sword's time. Now is going to get another opportunity to play, but it doesn't last long enough. Chris on incoming has a tough time, but is going to be able to get away long enough to put some gunshots on the screen, make sure that Doom pays if he comes out here. A Magnum against the assist is very strong, and against the point character also quite strong. This is going to take out Vergil, and now just up to Morrigan Doom. Cosmo's going to have to rely on more stable play as opposed to the chaotic power that Vergil can bring to this bracket. Do you think that Cosmos' Dr. Doom alone is going to be able to run this back?
I definitely think. I mean, if any of the characters that Cosmo would come back, it definitely would be with Doom. Doom is kind of definitely that character that you have to practice to be good with. So no matter in any situation, you're gonna have at least a baseline of good offensive defense with a given character. Especially Doom having the offense like just like that, being able to cross up and get lows on Living Legend. But don't count Akuma out. Cosmo tries to test him with a forward foot dive instead of the regular one. Now just approaching walking. Cosmo's feeling a little confident, having possibly a read on Living Legend, but Legend's just not. Because they look at the demon flip. Oh, I thought a grab was gonna happen. I'm so scared about what's gonna happen, but Cosmo decided to just hang back and throw some finger lasers. Realize the clock is slowing down as we get under 10 seconds. It's just trying to get some chip damage. So at this point, Living Legends picking the Giants to just throw some chip back of their own, and now it's in Legends' favor as far as the health. Just gonna try to grade away. Oh, but Cosmo gets the threat finally. Legend wasn't ready. Oh, 3 seconds on the clock, but it's definitely not gonna matter. Cosmo just needs a super or anything.
Drop the super, and because of that, Living Legend takes game 1. He did not stomp on Akuma like he tried. Chat. Cosmos there, last second, looked like victory was in his toe, in between his toes, but it was not. Slightly too far away to stomp.
And Legend just you're riding the momentum to show, yeah, things work out for me, just like this throw as it's getting the damage on Morrigan. I wonder if this is going to kill, especially since it's off an air throw. Has another bar meter, able to connect into another air combo. Yeah, actually. Oh, goes for a snap instead. Mix up on Vergil. This Cosmo is going to have the good defense. Backs up, but unfortunately gets hit by the Tatsu. Oh no, the connection wasn't able to hit. Attempted to go for a reset. Hit both characters. No, just Chris, but Chris is feeling extra beefy now with that health. Has to do something with the X Factor. Oh, he's able to get away. Cosmo needs to make something happen. Oh, gonna shoot for the ankles. Got him. Cosmo getting both hit characters. Actually now getting double Magnum. And Legend just smacks the hell out of both these characters. Now it's just up to Dr. Doom. Don't count out these Dr. Doom quite yet. Attempts to read on the double hits. Now all the nades hit. Even on top of the Magnum. I swear, what is happening?
This is Living Legend going off. We talked about carrying that momentum from game 1 where there was barely squeaking out the win off of a dropped combo by Cosmos, and Legend was like, I'll take all of this momentum. Let's see what Cosmos can do to reverse that. First game, he managed to set up more situations where Morrigan was at around 1/3 of the screen in the away at normal jump height against Chris, and that had been incredibly influential in making sure that he wasn't getting caught by these magnums and other things like that. The angles that he was at were both threatening to Chris without being a situation where he loses his own threat range. Let's see what he's able to do to try and set up more situations like that, because meter right now is most definitely in Living Legend's favor, but now with Astral activated, is Chris going to even stay in for this? No, brings in the Wesker. How do you feel about bringing in Wesker against Morrigan? Like, his glasses are still on, and we know that Legend is very eager to always take those off. Do you think he'll be able to get in on her?
Not right now, as we were able to see.
Oh, and Legend being consistent there with the knockdown has killed Morrigan. Though he has managed in the previous games to avoid X Factor Vergil. Vergil had either been in early or the team had just been out of order for some reason. And this time Living Legend going for the snap, does not want to have to deal with the Dark Vergiling. And on this hit, invest the X Factor, make sure that this Vergil is going to die, and with that, Vergil goes down and it's all up to Cosmos' Dr. Doom. Will we see an SDP?
Oh, I thought the Wesker shots were gonna get it. Wesker attempts to take off the glasses straight into finger lasers for Cosmos. Is not able to X Factor cancel, try to make it connect with this Air L. Just backing off, waiting for a chance to super get a hit, but Legend is not biting.
And Cosmos with this X Factor running low. One of the things though is that both Wesker and Chris aren't going to really need meter to die if Cosmos gets the hit on them. So there's the potential for Doom to just snowball this if he gets that one hit. But Living Legend preventing the hit, kills off Cosmos in a 3-0 to send him to losers bracket. I'm gonna have to hop off commentary in order to play one of my matches. And thank you so much for holding it down, Senor Ramon.
Good luck, Icy Sarah. And good games to Living Legend. Able to take that on over Cosmos 3-0. Cosmos, though, definitely going to have another chance. Probably, you know, especially, I'm sure it's been a good little while since Cosmos has been playing. Living Legend has been warming up all day on that variable MS. As we have what's next, you all too. Oh, short gun. Babaghanoush and CaptDooby. Yeah, I was right. Oh, and we get right next to it as CaptDooby gets the air throw right on. Babaghanoush was not able to confirm and get the air throw, but attempts to do some nice tri-dashes. Babaghanoush was ready for that fly for Magneto. Connects the combo, is gonna build 2 meters. Don't immediately goes for the nice install. Attempts the blockable, gets on a CaptDooby. Doobie was not able to get the forward roll and get right out of it. He's able to get the raw tag into Dr. Doom, building up some extra meter and taking care of this Magnus. Send him to the excellent of the realm next dimension style. Ooh, taken out. And just some extra damage just to get Firebrand out there. Set up the unblockable, possibly gets the hit already on Dante. Decides the X Factor. Nice raw tag connection with Dr. Doom. CaptDooby gonna have to think of what to do with this level 1 Frank West. Has 4 bars. Luckily he's able to get elbows. Oh, even able to get the raw tag on Frank West, actually. This actually could turn around, folks. Do not worry. But Babaghanoush is not going to give up. Although not having the X Factor is a little bit disadvantaged, especially in moments like these. Can definitely take out both characters if needed. But CaptDooby just going to go for the simple... Oh, no, yeah. Goes for the level up and the X Factor. Definitely probably wants to at least make sure that Doom's dead. Picture. Level 4, hopefully. Let's see. Level 5, Frank West. Definitely one of the hardest characters to fight against in this game. Multi-hitting. Gonna get the mix-up. Attempts to throw the air. Gets a hit, but not able to confirm. Babaghanoush runs out of the install and get...
Well, while Hamon is going robot mode, I'm going to take over. What's good, Romora on the mic. Here we got CaptDooby here in the corner with Frank Jam Session. Shit's so hard to block, but Baba blocks it up until the overhead. Drops it. Dante has a chance. You know, like Baba's Dante against a Frank and a Dante. Doing the Jabril Raw Sky Dance. Going in. Chainsaws and the ass. And the team super. Doobie going to take the first game. Baba going with the Firebrand team tonight. Interesting stuff. No Zero Doom Vergil.
I like when Baba picks Firebrand. It's a nice different kind of layer and variety you get to see on the screen.
Very true. Firebrand Jam Session. I've heard people say that it's not quite as good as the Scroll and Iron Man variants, but Baba playing both of those before and now sticking with this Jam Session, trying to make it work. He's gonna get an Astral, or not Astral here, Shockwave and a Devil Trigger here, Teleport. And no meter though, gonna have to TAC or something if he wants to level up and drops the combo. Full screen stuff, no meter for either player. Baba just gets his. He almost teleports in, but the beam able to save Baba. Now Luminous Body active. Baba's back to the wall. Doobie just teleporting in and doing a lot of S's. Baba locking him down and somehow gets to the other side. Gets the hit on Dante and tags into Doom. Be a dead Dante. Doesn't even need the OTG, and now we get the tag. Do we get an unblockable here? Oh, looks like it. How do you block an unblockable? It just doesn't make sense. And now Frank West comes in and now the same stuff. Oh, takes the hit, but Baba adjusts. Gets the tag back into Doom. And just enough X Factor here should be able to build the third bar. Oh no, not... Oh, wait. Maybe gets it. OTG, $1 million. And that was early. That might not actually kill. Frank survives with a pixel. Baba's full team on deck. No X Factor, no meter. Doobie was almost 4. This X Factor draining. Let's see if he can make something happen. Pressing Baba to the corner. But he jumps up, gets that Helm Breaker. And now we got a tie game.
Almost had it. I just dropped it a bit too fast, especially with that timing of the X Factor, just increasing your character speed. But I don't think CaptDooby's going to count themselves out, pushing pressure forward. But Babaghanoush just trying to get a good little snatch on this Magneto. But he finally gets it. I was just about to say, CaptDooby about to actually be maneuvering now and gets the THC Infinite with Dr. Doom. Hopefully has these reps. Here comes the pickup.
All characters, nice. We got those. Magneto is fast fall, so you do gotta adjust your timing on the Infinite just a little bit. But Baba got those. Ends it with the super. Keeps it simple. Fear Flame and the Luminous make this guaranteed on the double jump characters. They can't get out. Unblockable. X Factor. Doom comes in. Full combo. Baba might be able to kill with no meter here. We might just see a run back of the last combo. Let's see. Into Dante, and he gets hit. Baba adjusts, but X Factor runs out, so he wasn't quite able to convert. And now Frank West with X Factor in almost 4 bars once again. Goes in with the shopping cart. That might hit both, and it does. Oh, goodness. This is the start of something.
I didn't see Dante get hit. No way. CaptDooby definitely has this. Oh, no. Never mind. Misses. Attempts to go.
Dante.
Punish on the whiff. Nice.
Cart. Wow. Okay, Dr. Doom, but no levels for Dooby. If he gets a hit here, I think he can kill. If the X Factor's running out, he has to make something happen now. And Baba is going up, throwing those finger lasers with a knee drop.
That's enough X Factor time to get a huge damage.
That was 3/4 life off knee drop super. Any hit for Dooby now can definitely kill. Gets the grab. Might not be able to get the kill here. Just barely. Wow. Captain Dooby up 2-1 over Baba right now with the drink. Taking a sip. Alright, Dooby up 2-1 right now. And Baba going to character select, thinking maybe that Firebrand's not working out. Looking like he is going to switch to the zero stuff. The zero missiles.
I always love character select. It's just that small little breather that you get to take. Just kind of... or it's the waiting on the other side after you beat them and they went to catch select. All right, let's see, you know, what are you picking? You know, I don't care really what you're thinking, you know, what little maneuver you're going to make. I'm still good. This is going to end the way it did last time.
Let's find out. Got full screen stuff. You do be chucking Mag Blast. Nice disruptor, counter calling the missiles. Making sure Baba can't get his stuff started. Miss Mag Blast there, almost got the head off the low, but that would sending Magneto full screen so Dooby couldn't convert. And Dooby actually moving really well right now. Baba hasn't really got anything started. There goes the Sugenmu. Disruptor not able to punch because Kenmu with the instant recovery. Missiles now on the screen. We're taking Dooby all the way to the top. Baba not able to get much. Dooby just kind of playing this lame game. And, oh, went for a super there, but unfortunately got hit out of it. Would have been good if that hit, but now Baba's in there with the zero. Gonna take Magneto all the way to the corner, but no drops, and now gets the Rainbow Super X Factor. Hits from behind, but gets a grab.
Dooby just gonna clean this up, easy peasy. Has the mix-up of the Gravitron, but Babaghanoush is able to air dash forward right out. Any kind of mix-up CaptDooby is trying to make happen. Especially, and now that Babaghanoush has an air grab, gonna easily take out this Magnus, and it's gonna be a kind of advantage more for Babaghanoush now, especially switching to Vergil. Just needs to get a Helm Breaker against the brother Dante. Tends to go for the Rapid Slash. Dooby tries a crouching low, but gets Helm Breakered instead.
Dante going down. All up to the Frank. No X Factor. Baba's X Factor running out. No meter. Unsafe buttons there. Dooby gets the knee drop into the super. No levels here, but Baba's X Factor is out. Gets another knee drop into another super. Vergil gonna pretty much die here. No, gets the raw tag into Doom and blocks the cross up medium. Good stuff from Dooby. But Doom kind of wins this matchup. Frank not really able to do much other than jump up there and try to challenge him in the gaps with the finger lasers. Doom can kind of just fly and blink away and get all this movement for free. And Dooby has to work so hard while Vergil is gaining all that red life back, except for that knee drop into super just now, right as I said it. But Baba ready with the foot dive on the punish. Gonna tank Frank all the way to the corner here. Not gonna be able to build the 3 bars, but could be able to get the double super here. There's one. Into the missiles. Just chooses to back up and play that lame game once again. Doesn't need to take too many risks here. 14 seconds left on the clock until Dooby gets that grab. And now this is ever so possible. Hold on a second. Into another knee drop into the super. Oh my god. Okay. 8 seconds left. Baba just needs to do 1 super or something. And just like that, the finger laser. Woo! Wow, that was fuck.
It's literally about to say I don't like that Babaghanoush was walking forward all of a sudden, and then CaptDooby grabbed him. And oh, Zenpo got you midnight snack? Yeah, Zenpo is also very, very good. But we do hope, yeah. Please do come again and try next time. Just as CaptDooby is trying to try again against a zero, Babaghanoush is just throwing the projectiles, saying, hey, I got some too. I got all these. Want to slowly get chipped? We've got the same amount of health, and I'm sure I'll last you right after these lightning connections. Babaghanoush unfortunately does not have a meter quite yet, but is going to able to get the extension with Doom. Never mind, has a bar meter. Didn't even need to go into Sogamu. Attempt to go for the mix, stays in front. No, goes behind at the last second. CaptDooby swanging. And CaptDooby unfortunately jumped into the lightning loops yet again. I think Babaghanoush is definitely just going to be able to take care of this Sparta brother easily this time. Just an extension with Vergil Rabbit slash into Sogamu. Maybe double DP? No, let's go with the Zero Buster. But it's going to have enough time to charge again. Just lays down the Pizza Cutter onto Frank West. Attempting to do the blockable, gets it. CaptDooby had no chance, and unfortunately, if I believe so, Babaghanoush is going to be moving on to the next round.
No drops here. X Factor Super again. There you go. Ooh. Good stuff. Very last. Second to last hit of the Super. Takes it for Baba, and he moves on in a actually close set against CaptDooby. Good stuff from both players. Baba, in that last game, made the adjustments. If you saw that fourth game, Doobie was taking it slow against the zero and stuff. And then there's people like Escalante and Jason Kiddo who don't give a fuck about 17 colors and just hit those defaults right away. Like Escalante is doing here. Starts the default Morrigan. Legend trying to push into the corner right away. Got grenades on the screen. No missile calls from Escalante yet, recognizing these grenade placements. Smart stuff. Just calling Magneto, but he's kind of getting clipped. There's the Doom call. Legend doing a good job of pushing Morrigan in the corner, but slowly taking chip. Morrigan actually taking nothing right now. Legend doing most of the damage on the assist. Accidental super from Escalante, but gonna be safe because it's Morrigan. Chris in the corner, but now Morrigan's in the corner. Magnum on Magneto. Legend in there with the low, but didn't convert. Getting in there with the super, but Soul Fist there. From Legend out of it. We got Wesker in now. Escalante activating Astral. Oh, first clean hit of the game, and Wesker is going to go down just like that. Chris coming in about 50% life. The blocks from Legend. It's not over. Escalante is still with the bar on deck, going to use it right here for the Astral. So Chris in the block stun. Made Legend with a push block there with the missiles coming down. Able to put the pressure on, and now Akuma coming in. Oh no, accidental inputs there, and Legend finds himself a birthday, but doesn't get the hit on Morrigan. Went a little too fast there with the juggle.
Trying to snipe out the Morrigan.
Now 50% X Factor left for Legend, looking for an assist there, just trying to snipe, get anything right now. And two fireballs there. Escalante had the X Factor there, recognizing the situation, flying over that last super from Legend. Almost got to convert there off the full screen fireball, pushing Morrigan to the corner, gets the chop, and now Morrigan's down. No X Factor for both players. Any hit on Magneto here should be a kill. But catching Magneto as Akuma going to be so hard for Living Legend right now. It's just a mag blast. Missile coming down too much. And Akuma made out of paper here. Oh no, Escalante with the drop. But Legend pressing a button on the way down, trying to punish. Didn't recognize that the hypergraph was still there. Escalante going to take the first game.
Solid foot dives to check that, make sure that rematch button is working as Living Legend lays down the shotgun blast. Trying to make something happen against Escalante. Is able to throw freely that grenade in front of Escalante, not pushing a button, trying to give some offense for Legend. And I do like how Legend is trying to take every opportunity to jump to the other side of Escalante to mix up the inputs. But Escalante is doing it right back at Legend to mix it up himself and be in control of that right after getting the air throw. And Legend rolls back into the Doom missiles, taking back all this chip. Almost got locked down, but was able to super jump. Got hit by one of the Soul Fists. But luckily Chris is extra beefy. Oh, Escalante attempting to throw a Soul Drain, but it didn't hit. Oh, but Living Legend got hit by a Straw Rupture. Now it's just going to be a moment if Chris is going to actually get a hit. No, goes for the Raw Tag instead. Wesker is luckily able to get out, but Akuma takes a Soul Fist for no good reason. But Living Legend still staying back, and the teleports gets hit by one. Escalante making the approach, doesn't get a hit at all. Legend deciding to push forward instead, but Escalante reading with the falling air S. And now getting the connection to gonna take out this Wesker, possibly goes for the Astral. Does it connect? No. Gets out, just going teleports, wasting as much Astral time as possible, but ends up getting chipped out and dying now. But here we go, Chris Redfield having a chance, falls down with the gunfire. Wasn't able to make connect though. Legend able to block all this so far.
Bit of a scary situation there. Legend gets out of the corner. Trying to snipe the Doom, but not quite working out. Chris, not a lot of health left. Legend, or Escalante, excuse me, with the Alpha counter into Magneto, and Legend just gets in there with the Raw. Crouching medium, triple Magnum into level 3. Gonna take out this Magneto here. 37 seconds left on the clock. Morrigan gonna come in. And Legend gets under, gets so low, makes him flinch. And now into Akuma, should be able to take down Morrigan. All gets another level 3, okay. Bring the pain. Bring the pain. Bring it again, because why not? Okay, Dr. Doom against Chris and Akuma. 30 seconds left. With Legend with the grenade. Real estate, but the super from full screen. Escalante trying to kill Chris from full screen doesn't work. Just barely, but oh no, the foot dive. And Akuma coming in with no meter, so no invincible super. X Factor, but the S there, so Legend not able to press a button. X Factor draining for Escalante, but 2 bars on deck. Legend just working on his first right now. Time is draining though.
Goes the fireball, hits the floor, is able to block.
It's the first super push blocks properly.
Block that
just
foot
needs
dive.
a little bit of chip here, or needs to make Escalante whiff a super so he can punish with one of his own, but gets hit with the finger laser into a foot dive. Probably just push block a little early and dash right into it, and now Escalante, that very, very close second game, going to be up 2-0 now against Living Legend. Legend's got to be feeling it after that one. Doesn't take a second though, goes right back into it.
Holding forward even. Says, you know, I'm tired of this. I'm going to take out the succubus. But Escalante riding that pressure that Legend's trying to inflict. And I was going to say almost ends up working out just for Legend, but instead works out for Escalante, getting that falling air S shell kick. Gonna pick this up, attempt his air reset possibly, or THC that just didn't come out, but Living Legend gets a second chance to live with his Chris. Gonna try to hopefully make something happen, has 2 bars of meter, is able to GHC if needed, or Alpha counter needs to make something happen. Right about now is about to take enough damage. Oh, luckily didn't get hit by the soul drains, as Wesker falls in, blocks the first soul drain, but not the shell kick. Man, wow, it appeared to be standing, but still got hit anyhow. Morrigan snaps in Akuma. Stays in front to get the mix-up, but Legend blocks all of it, attempts one demon flip, is able to get in front of it, no, and Escalante X Factors to make sure that it confirms on top, wants to take care of this Akuma. Yeah, I saw it's on PC, and I might want to end it now. Anyways, Wesker trying to make something happen, but was not blocking low in the ankle, is going to die with the X Factor, unfortunately, as Escalante takes this 3-0 over Legend.
Good stuff. I actually have to hop off because the next match is going to be me versus Memes on stream, so I will talk to you all in a bit.
And in the meantime, we have Icy Sarah joining us after their victory over David 2 million.
People steamrolling over each other. I'm gonna put some love in Memes' way this time. Memes has been doing pretty well in the last set of matches, but let's see how they end up approaching Zero. Not playing the Morrigan this time, going with the Nova for the Zero matchup. How do you feel about the decision on which choice of characters Memes makes here?
I feel it was an excellent choice. I was trying to actually wrap around my head about how Memes was actually going to approach us as Morrigan. I completely missed the Nova pick, and as you're noticing, it's completely working out. Although, I was about to say Nova Zero has that second chance, and they were about to be the most dangerous. person in this game. But Romora's Doom, just excellent play, was able to dash out of the corner, keep it mid-screen, but Memes trying to make it confirm with some dolphin kicks, backs up, goes for the super, catches Romora whiffing, and this Doom is almost close to dead, but Memes now has no more meter, giving the move of what to do back to Romora. But unfortunately got caught sliding by the crushing M. What a slide from behind. Doesn't matter, get Townbreaker instead. And we know the deal with Romora is about to make it happen. Has the super? No. Keeps it simple, throws a round trip, gets the mix up, does not block at all that behind not looking at you raw ass as this Doom falls, and now it's just going to be the Vergil, which is the better twin. Meme tries the X Factor to get the timing, but it doesn't work out and says, you know, we don't need to see the rest of this. Let's just go into the next game. As we hit the character select, oh man. More didn't look at you twice, smacked you. Boom. Run ends after every match. Oh, nice.
So
More taking the first game. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, it feels like in that Memes did very well in the point war. Zero didn't get to run over the team, so the Nova pick worked out, but killing Doom instead of snapping Vergil was not the decision, and Romora ended up punishing Memes for that. Let's see, this time Romora is getting the momentum with Zero. Do you think that Romora is going to try and kill an order, or is he going to go for that juicy snap and try to get rid of Memes Vergil to prevent a mirror of what just occurred?
I think Romora's going to keep it just straight in the simple order. Still has one more match to go if Romora wins, so you kind of want to set an early tone setter of it doesn't matter the way this match goes, I'm going to take care of your team. Just so when you have that last match of having to take care of Memes just like this, you have that mental option of then snapping in Vergil to be like, oh, you thought because of how the last match goes I wasn't going to snap him in? Now get ready to block whatever this mix is from the Zero. And it almost didn't matter at all for Memes, but Zero was able to get the whiff punish off the stray projectile and just gonna go into simple, so Gamma doesn't even need to X Factor, is getting this extension. So Gamma once again, and Matt, as Memes, how are you feeling as Doom is about to come in for this incoming mix-up?
I feel like foot dive. Oh no, I would have also gotten hit, because like, you know, it's in the Doom's blood. The foot dive desire is there. Oh, but gets another opportunity to play, and I think is just going to eat some chip. Doesn't eat enough chip to die though. Memes will have to be the greatest of solo Doom proficiencies if he wants to live here, but this is not looking like a possible match. Romora, if he gets any more meter, or even just the butter gun, is going to kill off Memes. Very nice work to Romora, going up 2-0 over MemesMayCry. Also wanted to shout out the Fruity Fetus in chat, who had gifted a sub to DXP, and with this wonderful gift, DXP no longer needs to see ads to support the HAVENGERS and is able to do it through the wonders of Fetus supporting the community. If you too would like to support it through directly supporting the HAVENGERS instead of needing to do it through the format of ads, y'all can also subscribe to the HAVENGERS or give subs out as well. But Nova here getting clipped by Zero, and when you get clipped by Zero, it doesn't matter what resources it has, it doesn't matter how he hit you, it just matters that he's Zero. He is going to kill off the entire character, and Nova evaporates in a meter positive way, leaving Romora with the opportunity to mix up on incoming. Nice job to Memes in blocking for so long, but it wasn't long enough to actually survive, and this time Romora goes for the snap, wants to make sure that just going a little ham with Zero here, but it's working, and it looks like Romora is well set up to make this a 3-0 over MemesMayCry. Is this the power of a community finalist in action, or is MemesMayCry going to make this all the way back with his Dark Doom? Oh, his Vergil's still alive!
Ooh, almost got the Helm, but the Doom Missile saved Romora. Romora immediately going to again would give Vergil no chance of doing anything. Meme's gonna have to just super. Oh, goes for the raw tag, wants the DHC double instead. Yeah, actually gets it off. Man, I thought he's gonna have to wait for the assist. Romora gonna try to make something happen, just stay in the air long enough. Meme's throwing the round trip, but Romora getting out of the way. Swords up again, but X Factor is gone. Romora immediately, so again, who has a full health Zero. That probably is not worth, and of course, even on hit, Romora does not lose Sugemu, but now both are right over. Meme still has one bar, try to get his swords, but unfortunately got hit during activation, and now this is looking very grim for Memes as he does not block the fake out and the THC for Romora, as Romora hopefully doesn't drop this hope and just gonna maybe chip. Unless Meme has the sickest read of all time. Go for a throw? No. I believe in Memes. Romora just X-Factoring, so he doesn't even have to take chip as he takes it over. MemesMayCry 3-0.
Very nice to Romora. That at play was incredibly good. Showed off with his Zero, with his Doom, with his Vergil. All three characters doing their jobs for the team. Excellent work.
Then it turns into Zero's game, unless Artiztikk has another meter. But let's see what happens in this first opening gambit as they're both in each other's faces, and Artiztikk gets the first throw.
Even though there had been an exchange among the assists, gets the dry tag or the combo tag into Doom, should be able to go into Spiral Swords DHC, still has the bounces available on deck for wall bounce at least, so should be able to use that in order to get out another round trip, build up the meter necessary, and kill off Zero with this Dimension Slash. It's worth it to invest the meter in killing Zero. If your combo from start of the round doesn't kill Zero, you need a better combo. That's how this game works. And if you like seeing cool combos, I see that there's a wonderful otter in chat who posts a lot on their Twitter. Corky J, you'll see some cool Jill combos that will definitely kill Zero. If y'all just go to that wonderful otter's Twitter. We have Vergil and X Factor here, manages to get the hit. Both of them pretty acquainted with this character, but Artiztikk Strider manages to survive, and now Yuli is not building any meter during this, and there are opportunities bound for Artiztikk and X Factors available. There's no meter left, but is going to be able to just throw out some zoning tools, try to set things up to go in on Vergil in a safe way, gets the clip, and now Vergil's going to die, and a little bit of X Factors still left to fight Dante. What do you think Yuli needs to do with Dante if he tries to beat Artiztikk Strider back with the Doom support?
Continue doing this where you're teleporting into immediate air dashes back to stay mobile. The thing about Strider is he kind of needs his opponent to stay still to be able to move around them, not the other way around. If you're kind of moving, keeping your toes about on you, you can live a lot of past Strider's offense, but all this chip and excellent projectiles on the scene is just not going to work out this time around. I mean, a 2-on-1, it just kind of wasn't. It was already a sealed deal with Strider. Despite the claim, or I mean the true claims about Strider not having low damage, as long as he hits you enough times till you're dead, it doesn't matter in the end. If you're not blocking any of those mix-ups anyhow, it's not going to matter the damage, since, you know, anyhow, into the next match. Yullizhez is not a fan of how the last one went down. Laying down Sugamo, getting confirmed, taking out the Vergil immediately, and I wonder if Yullizhez is going to stay in the same order or decide to snap out the Strider once again. This one's just trying to go for a fake out on the Lightning, but it doesn't work out. Artiztikk able to get Yullizhez to back the heck off. Calls the Strider to try to see if Yullizhez was pushing a button, but he wasn't. Kept blocking, and Artiztikk just trying to make something happen with some finger lasers, or attempt to push out some missiles. No, never mind, those rocks cancels immediately into the finger lasers to throw some damage on Dante, but Yullizhez waiting, almost got the punish on Strider, but gets instead on Doom, brings him to the corner, gets the confirm. Nice extension. Rapid slash, no, misses. Giving Artiztikk the chance to jump out. Does the air dash just go straight up instead of air dashing forward? And now just keeps him locked into this corner. Never mind, gets two characters, kills Zero. Is going to be able to hopefully kill Doom. Oh, nice, because the body switch, no, had the Dr. Doom missiles. But yeah, just nice on the bird bombs into the teleport, making Yullizhez look at the other things he's not supposed to. Just cancels, has 4 supers at this moment, just going to go to the orbs, yep. And now it's just up to Yullizhez to just have to block one time. Has the correct air height, no. Nice double jump, short hop over Yullizhez' head. Yullizhez trying to make something happen, block again, almost has the amount of meters. Artiztikk mashing, and it doesn't work out. Yullizhez about to have their advantage once again, wasn't ready for the air attack. And Artiztikk takes the second round.
Gonna need to hop off of commentary to play my match. Thanks to Senior Ramon for holding it down on the mic.
And I am once again here with y'all here in the chat. I hope y'all are loving this excellent Marvel action as Artiztikk rocking the chocolate colors. The milk variety, but Yullizhez is apparently not a fan, more probably a fan of the Oreo variations, dark chocolate, you know, more of that type of taste. Trying to lay down some, oh, good more back, what's going on more? I saw you win, good stuff. For a second I thought it was, How do you feel that Yuli's doing so far in this matchup against Artiztikk with this 0 action as he gets Rogered in the face and is about to take, or actually doing a good job of avoiding the swords mix-ups?
Art seems to have the jump over Yuli so far. 2-0, Zero's almost dead. Gonna X-Factor here on Vergil. Art taking the momentum right away. Dante gonna come in, lose a little bit of red life, bring back in the Doom. A mixed block. Dante gets the play. Yes, he does. Alright, now Art's back against the wall in the corner here. Still with that Vajra, so dangerous.
Nice double trigger to dodge the Vajra.
And oh, the Vortex, but punished by Artiztikk. Nice.
It
Got
was a
the tail
bait.
end of it. Good stuff. And now gonna be all up to Yuli's Anchor 0 to stay in winner's bracket here.
Has X
Make
Factor.
that fly mix up. Oh, blocked the X Factor. 0 too small for those flight converts. Vergil comes in with the sword. Not hit. Oh, but does the little bit of a jump before he releases the round trip. Acts as a little bit of a frame trap. And with a reset on 0, looks like Artiztikk can take this one. And he taunts into Team Super because he's a jerk.
And just like 3-0 over Yuli, man, that was quite quick. We've seen a lot of 3-0s in this tournament. I'm kind of glad though. I do love when it's just like when tournaments do just go quick, and you're all of a sudden you're in grand finals. But Yuli gonna have a second chance in the lower bracket as Artiztikk moves on. In the meantime, I hope
Prodigy for losers top 8.
match. DXP Escalante, I'm definitely excited. Escalante DXP rocking the solid green colors. Nice scheme. Escalante immediately air dashing the heck on out of there. Oh, I thought he got both characters, but he got Magneto, and that's enough. Hopefully gonna build another meter. Goes for a THC, but Escalante counters it. Oh, but doesn't counter that Hound break. Oh, and now the Doom missiles betraying DXP as Escalante is able to get this turnaround and has the 3 meters to definitely finish off Vergil. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. It just depends. Does he grab the gravity? Yep.
We're gonna go down. Doom coming in, missiles on lock. DXP trying to escape the corner. Not quite. Vajra there, almost able to take out Magneto. DXP gonna try to get the Sphere Flame out to chip him out. Escalante choosing the X Factor. Wants to just get a little bit more meter here in Shockwave Astral, but the Finger Laser Super is gonna be enough to take out Magneto here. Mix up with Vajra, blocked by Escalante. Now he does have the meter, but he's actually gonna get hit here. Try to Shadow Blade out, and DXP just too far for that convert. Punish on Doom, but now Astral active for Escalante. And now all of DXP's momentum kind of just out the window here. Tags into Strider to try to get something to work. Almost does. DXP teleporting around, making sure Escalante doesn't get his fly cancels. And Morrigan might go down here. No, too much hit stun. Escalante gets the tag into Doom. And wow, this is a very, very back and forth match.
At this point though, DXP can kind of just hang back and then choose opportunities like this to suddenly go in. I was about to say the only thing you really got to worry about is Escalante building all this extra meter. Where DXP decides to go straight into orbs. Yeah, nice Vajra. Yeah, definitely counters and stops those and has the orbs to cover your back. As the orbs about to come out, Escalante just needs to block at least one time. Backs off, rushes right into the orbs. Escalante just pick one moment, gets the Astro off. This could suddenly turn around. Oh no, was caught swinging by DXP. Just needs one hit at this point. Just Vajra at this point, even if she blocks it. Oh no, never mind Vajra. I'm afraid. No, you should. Well, you should have Vajra'd earlier. All right, if anything. Okay. Boy, still was able to still take that round. As it leads us 1-0. Escalante definitely didn't like how that one went. Tried to make a swing, only got the assist barely. As the Vajra crosses up. And Magneto given the chance to stay up in the air, not having to worry about getting popped right back down. Almost got hit for both. Nice swing on the Magneto. Got the Hound.
Alright, meter out for DXP, but he's still going in regardless. Escalante building up the bar right now. Good disruptor there, getting a little bit of damage on Doom. Meter built for Deluxe Pride, and you know we're going to see that swords right away. Put that pressure on instantly. Magneto taking so much damage there. Escalante gets the tag out. Foot dive not punished. But Vajra there to keep that X-Pride safe. Even just diving around, and now we're going to see a DHC here get the Morrigan stuff started. Do it early so Vergil doesn't get to teleport, but he does anyways. Gets the Helmbreaker, and you have to X-Factor this character. make Ethan play his team out of order. Gets the Vajra extension here. Might not even need the meter. Kills with the plasma beam. Backs up. Round trip on the screen. Stays same side. Escalante getting opened up here.
JP though having no X factor, but has these swords. Gonna go into the loops. Has the meter to make it happen. Probably gonna build another swords round trip. Yeah. Either or. Just ends it up. Jumps off the wall, makes it tricky. Escalante almost had that nice H into both characters, but it didn't work out. Just goes for the X Factor, decides they just want to rush in and just lay some hard damage. But DXP just has an excellent defense is able to block and hit these double scoops into the rolls.
Oh. Okay, Escalante's Magneto gets a second chance here. X Factor running out. 5 bars on deck. Tries the super there, but that X Factor just teleports right behind him. Able to go up 2-0 now in this set. Escalante gonna have to make some adjustments here. Gonna start the mag on point this time. See how that works out. DXP with the fours right away. Like I said, instant pressure, but now no meter, and Escalante kind of just gets to move around freely. Oh no, but that X Factor gets himself a happy birthday. Not quite getting both characters there, but Doom already down to 50% life. DXP moving around him with the Vajra, making sure Escalante does not even get a second to try to get anything started at all. Other swords
has a read.
Like I said, these players go back and forth all the time. But here's Shockwave Astral, in my opinion, one of the best DHCs in the game. Try to clear out the screen. Vergil actually just teleports through it at the right time. The Astral active and DXP tagging in. Doom losing 3/4 life and a bunch of bar already. And this is exactly what Escalante wanted. All the momentum swinging pretty much right back into his favor. Scooping Doom here. Gonna super? No. Gonna force DXP to tag. And now Soul Drain. But not enough meter stolen to keep DXP from sorting. Now he gets to put his pressure game back up. But now no meter. And Escalante able to activate here? No, waiting. Picking his spot. DXP just with the raw high time into Vajra. To get out of the sky. And that disruptor almost killing Dr. Doom right there. DXP gonna have to be really careful here. Tags into Strider because Vergil was gonna die. And this is looking pretty rough for DXP, honestly. Still got Anchor Vergil in the back, but the whole team is pretty much bleeding right now. And actually, Escalante choosing the X Factor, I'm not sure if I like that. DXP getting in there, finds the birthday, but Medium Graham makes him pop out, and now dropping into tags. What is happening? X Factor 1 pops for both players. DXP gonna get the side TAC and X Factor because he's greedy and always goes side TAC and X Factor. Tries to get the Vajra, but Escalante able to dash out, and now it was looking like a good game for Ethan, swinging back into DXP's favor. 2 bars, swords, round trip glitching on deck. Magneto just gets clipped low, and he goes straight to the main menu, doesn't even want to run it out with Morrigan. And just like you said, another 3-0.
I couldn't even believe my eyes. But excellent
stuff.
Hanging up in the sky. Yeah, and you're right, Babaghanoush just said big 0 after all. But MOTHMAN already has 2 bars. So close to having Jean like it's nothing. Oh, Babaghanoush was able to get a hit though. Morgan, nice laying down the damage. Yeah, I mean, even if you're not able to hit Morgan, if MODOK, if you're able to hit at least Morgan and stack that damage, you're gonna at least have a lot better chance of fighting the entire team overall. Just because it's Dark Phoenix doesn't mean you don't have at least one single chance to maybe get a hit on it. Unless it's on incoming, then you're at the mercy. But in the meantime, Babaghanoush is trying to at least make something happen, as MOTHMAN already has 5 bars of meter and is pretty much has the mental mind game of just using a bar meter if Babaghanoush decides to push and get close. Oh, just like that, but was not even able to get a hit. MOTHMAN holding block for the dear lines, attempting to snipe out the Babaghanoush's assist probably, or Dr. Dean switches into Morgan finally, just to let MODOK heal a tad bit. And goes for level 30 just to take out the 0. He's not feeling too threatened and thinks that they have a good little handle on the team. Oh, but 0 loses again. Oh, Shadow Blade to confirm it. Forced to use that meter.
And now MODOK back in, and we're just back in 99 seconds with the MODOK 1 bar. Gets a hit on Dr. Doom, TAC in the Morrigan, and this might actually just be the game. Mothman completes with combo. We'll see what happens.
Greetings there, Romora. Oh, and we get to see an infinite coming as I come into this. How are you doing seeing Morrigan hit Doom for a repeated period of time, building up all those 5 meters? Gets up to 5 meters, but needs to reset Doom. How do you feel if you're Vergil with all this meter coming in against Mothman's team right now?
Oh, I feel like I just got thrown into the corner.
Would you have also Dimension Slash there? I don't know, it seems like Mothman's just too ready for that.
Possibly.
Invest the X Factor, making sure that the combo's as easy as possible, and is going to be able to kill off Vergil. Decides to end it with the level 3 Morrigan coming in and taking MODOK's credit. What can't this succubus do? What do you think Babaghanoush is going to need to do in order to adjust? Because it seems like that game, he didn't get to really get going with any of his characters in order to really get the momentum flowing.
You just have to stop the meter gain calls. What I like to do, if I know that Moth is going to be able to get to the top of the screen and keep calling her, I will literally just stand underneath him and mash that H.
Oh, all those active frames are good at making sure that you're going to catch her even though she's vulnerable for such a short period of time.
Multiple hits into the launch, but Baba catching MODOK, now getting the snap into Phoenix, so Genmu active for the meaty stuff.
Went
Trying
for
to go for unblockable there, but giving him the chance to DHC out. Mothman going to get the Morrigan in with about 50% life, all this red stuff. Getting in there though, so much pressure. Mothman finally gets out. Just about 2 bars on deck.
Having red light for Morrigan, since so much of her game plan is like staying out of interaction range where she can react to everything, it makes it so her having red life is not quite as scary as a lot of other characters when they have a lot of red light. Having plenty of time for MODOK to get back his red life, but Phoenix here does not have the resources she needs on deck if she wants to go dark. Only 2 bars here, and can't quite get up to Doom for the catch.
And Mothman's team all out of order here too.
And because of that, if Babaghanoush gets a hit on MODOK, he'll be able to just kill and Phoenix comes out, which will enable him to get so much more. It brings Zero back in for that opportunity to kill off, but Mothman has built the meter he needs to. Phoenix is going to either need to die immediately or she is going to pop into dark mode. And dark mode is guaranteed.
Morrigan call. Morrigan bleeding though. Going in with the overdrive, trying to get through all that stuff on the screen.
Mothman likes to use a lot of that medium TK overdrive into air dash up back, air dash down back, because it's one of the moves that lets you get double air dash afterwards. Just like increases the range of tools that he has access to safely poke with. And Doom is dead. Can Vergil survive the incoming? He makes a good guess on block. And oh no, Dimension Slash is not the correct answer to that.
Excuse me? He just did jab jab team super.
Jab Team Super was what Mothman needed, apparently.
Like a Street Fighter combo.
Sometimes hit confirming into 2 buttons is what you want to do, because dropping 2 buttons is harder than dropping all these other things. Very nice work to Mothman, but Babaghanoush has done great in bracket in the past, even against Mothman. Let's see what adjustments he's able to make. If a Zero could just get going and get the momentum he needs to put pressure on MODOK, that would help a lot. But it seems like Mothman able to establish his distance, whether it be vertically or horizontally, and just managing to get these summons in here, get Morrigan out, has already managed to get up to 3 bars, and is just able to run away so effectively. And every time Missiles hits like that, gives him more chances to match Morrigan in relatively safe ways. Even if the snap happens immediately, Phoenix is essentially guaranteed here.
Yeah, not able to convert fully into a lightning loop either, giving MODOK another chance. All this stuff blocked in the corner, goes back to the other side again. MODOK still able to play here. Dorito tagging to Morrigan, good recognition.
Very nice work by Babaghanoush. And here, now that Phoenix is guaranteed, would you just kill in order, or would you try to make sure she doesn't have X Factor 3 for when she pops?
Honestly, I'd kill Morrigan if the opportunity were to arise and you decided to snap, I would do it on MODOK and not Morrigan.
I
Just
like that
because I've always been told since the beginning that this character is a problem. And Mothman believes that Zero is a problem, spending the 3 bars on Zero once again.
Ooh, is he
But I
going to
actually,
tag MODOK and run?
I don't agree with this. Well, in this position, I guess with Doom coming in, it's okay, but his full team's bleeding. Pretty much any plasma beam or any like assist call gonna be able to take out Morrigan here. Baba choosing to DHC into Vergil. Gotta get something started here. Almost gets a convert there.
Oh, and
And
gets
just
the
the raw
catch.
ace. That might have been a push block, but now Morrigan coming in with just 3 bars. And any hit here for Baba doesn't even need to snap.
Just needs to go for the kill. But Morrigan, putting those things on screen, wants to make sure that there's opportunity for a Soul Drain to come in. Every little bit that she hits is more meter to make it so Phoenix can do something scary and neutral. And
Ooh.
Phoenix is not guaranteed here, but Dimension Slash being the ender there, I think lets Mothman have the opportunity to come in safely. Because of that, Phoenix gets to play, invest her X Factor, and because of this, Vergil is going down. She'll have 5 meters, so she has regular Phoenix mix-ups on Doom available into Infinite. Didn't get the dive kick afterwards. Is the trade? And you know the trade's coming, what should you do there? Because Crouch Light, her Crouch Light doesn't have a ton of hit stun. What does Doom do to, does he just keep mashing like Crouch Light afterwards or something?
You pray.
Just pray. Praying is very good in Marvel because there's so many things that are actually deities you need to fight. Praying is just like the correct option in this game. But it looks like it was not enough of an option for Babaghanoush, and he's going to lose Doom to that Phoenix Inferno. Mothman taking it. Is that a 3-0 from the Mothman?
Yet another 3-0 in this tournament.
Very nice work to Mothman, but Babaghanoush, amazing player, is going to have to try to make that run through loser's bracket. I respect that y'all know which things to say on the stream and which things are for just the FGC on the non-recorded documentation. See, like, acknowledging the hotness of Feed Your Greed is just like, that's something that you could totally say on stream. But we want to see right now the power of electricity as Zero gets worked by Artiztikk here. The damage comes in, and oh, extra chances for Zero to live. I think we have our names swapped, by the way, Kevin, because Artiztikk, to my knowledge, rocking the brown Vergil Doom Strider, and Romora is the one that's rocking Zero with the blue Dr. Doom. Oh yeah, Xeno is the good shit. Xeno, a great member of our community. Shoutouts to Xeno. If y'all are folks who dig the spooky side of things, Xeno actually just released a mod pack that gives outfits for every single character that are Halloween themed, and it is quite a massive undertaking. So if y'all are into the spooky season, make sure and go check that out by Xeno. It's good stuff. But Romora here managed to get the happy birthday into lightning loops, and even though it dropped on Doom, it killed the important character. Vergil is gone, and now let's see, the last bit of orbs. Is this going to be enough to open up Romora's Vergil? It is, and X Factor's long enough here. Does Artiztikk have the combo it takes to get rid of this character? That should be it, and Artiztikk goes up 1-0 against Morrigan. Oh dang. PA Wolf, the champion of bribery here, going to offer his voice actor capabilities in order to secure Remy Martin for the mics. See what TA Wolf does for this community. We love all of the wonderful members here. Also, anyone send some good energy TA Wolf's way. I know that the other week things had been very challenging on his end, so if y'all could just like put positive energy towards the community, it's always appreciated for all the wonderful we have in it. But Artiztikk is not appreciating how wonderful of a person Romora is right now, as these Sogenmu loops are killing off Vergil real quick. Strider Doom was able to get the job done last time, but this time Doom's in a combo. Romora has resources. Is he going to try and kill? He is investing the Sogenmu, and the amount of damage you get here. See how those numbers just go up now that we see the actual damage? Oh, they stop going up when he Hiryu engines instead of Raccoon. That is the scariness, and now Strider gets a chance to play while having assists available and X-Factor on deck. Ended up using all of his meter and did not get the kill on Zero in the process. The freeze is going to let Romora almost confirm, kills off Doom as an assist, and now is just going to be able to shoot at Artiztikk, get the lockdown, but Artiztikk tries to X to get around it. Rapid Slash still has hitboxes active on screen and just needs to tolerate it. And Artiztikk is an amazing player, but he is not prepared to block that. Romora takes it, and his Zero does all the work that game, does what is necessary to tie it up 1-1. Yes, anybody who doesn't think X-Factor 3 Strider can do the work just needs to watch 1 or 2 more matches of Artiztikk, because chances are we are going to see the X-Factor Strider do work. We even saw in the other one, X-Factor 2 Strider can do work too. It doesn't even need to be 3. The character just has incredibly strong footsies tools, incredibly strong mid-range tools, incredibly strong far-range tools. Oh, and Romora had managed to get the stand light, but didn't mash on forward heavy afterwards. Artiztikk gets more opportunities to play his Vergil, and he uses them to kill off Zero. And Doom's going to be losing about 1/3 of his life coming in here too. That is a pain. Yes, Gonzo, it's amazing what people do and don't believe in the year 2022. X-Factor 3 Strider, kind of totally terrifying. But looks like the snap is going to come in. Romora, even when he's down characters, doesn't care as much about killing Doom as he does about making sure he doesn't need to fight X-Factor 3 Strider or X-Factor 3 Vergil. Investing those resources and is playing pretty patiently with Doom. Now it's back to a Doom mirror though, and Artiztikk has more assist variability to support with his game plan against Romora, having access to both Bajra and the Rapid Slash, and the difference in zoning capability and how Artistikk's approaching the matchup definitely showing up. But now Romora has X-Factor 3, he has swords on. Is he going to invest the resources? Goes for the teleport, but Artiztikk manages to get hit with that perfect X-Factor from Romora. The crouch light with the increased speed is more than enough, kills off Vergil, and now has the mix-up for Doom. Any chances, but not enough to live. It is all down to Strider in X-Factor 3. It is not down to Strider. It is down to the victory of Romora and showing why you snap and kill his Vergil. Because if you don't, that character will take out the entire team. Very nice work, and now since they're both on the board, as a reminder, we have changed from Pasadena settings to first out of 3, and Artiztikk gets the happy birthday, does not invest X Factor, decides to go into the swords, as the hit is going to let both Zero and Doom live, but gets another immediate hit on Zero. Because of that, has his X Factor and 3 meters available to take this game. Looking like the resources are in a great situation. We'll see, is Artiztikk going to invest in a snap against this character? Oh my gosh. Sexy teacher lady investing in the HAVENGERS, and investing just as hard. Being able to trash talk her partner and say that Romora may have some things to work on in the trash department. But let's see, Romora did some non-trash things last game. Let's see if he's able to do some this game. He is down to the solo Doom. Chat, do you have confidence in Romora's Doom to take out this entire team? Oh, okay. Throws up the Sphere Flame and gets another chance to play, but one is not enough chances. Romora needed many chances, and Artiztikk has been practicing those walking bags today. Practices it against Squid. He practices it against Lords of Light. But what type of tea is he making? This is quite the conundrum. Now that it's tied up 2-2, is Romora going to make any adjustments? I assume that we're not going to see a team change from Romora, but we'll see how much pressure he decides to put on Vergil, what ranges he decides to play at, as Romora can be more zoning oriented, could take less risks and use more missiles, or he could go in super heavily and go for those mix-ups with the overhead into, or going into straight fake low. All the different options are available. paying, and Romora pausing the game to spout memes in the chat, but spouting memes is not what wins you games, and Artiztikk is like pressing the non-keyboard buttons is what you need. Unless you're a hitbox player, pressing buttons isn't gonna do all you want. It manages to take down the vast majority of Zero, but not enough to win. Is going to get the hit on Zero's assist, and with that, Zero goes down, loses the vast majority of his life, and Artistikk's able to build up a lot of meter in the process. Let's see what Romora's Doom is able to do if he's going to DHC into Vergil, if he gets to play some neutral. Even though the Photon caught it, setting up the situation, Photons catch against the assist, and Spiral Swords lets him go in. Romora is an expert at using not just X Factor 3 Vergil, but X Factor 2 as well. Kills off Artistikk's Vergil, has the incoming mix-up ready. Doom is going to get Photons out, but gets caught immediately. Strider is going to have to try and do this all on his own. Does he avoid the incoming mix-up? Will he get a chance to play? He gets to play, X Factor comes out, but Spiral Swords is going to catch him. Does Romora do the correct combo to kill Strider? He does not, and now it looks like Artistikk's going to get the chance to play, has the knockdown on Vergil, and has access to X Factor 3. It's going to not need that much chip in order to take out Vergil. Oh, Doom dies. Let's see, can Romora open up Artiztikk before he gets chipped out? Oh, manages to deal with the Vajra there, but mistimes his meaty and gets caught by the crouch light. That Artiztikk with the walking bags has sent Romora, EVO community finalists, to the losers bracket. Into MODOK, Morrigan, Phoenix. I have some feelings about this, but we know that Deadx Pride good with all these characters, and even though the team is less high tier than some of the other teams he may play, it is still a team that he has very high proficiency in, and if you're caught sleeping, he would still kill you with this team. That's just all there is to it. But looks like this time MOTHMAN's up to a little over, or just a little over 3 meters. MODOK has not really taken any serious damage yet. It's very likely that he's going to get the Phoenix on deck, but is going to lose his 2-point characters in the process. With DHC3 available here, is going to throw out that forward searchlight. Doesn't quite get the kill, but Mothman keeps pressing buttons when it's not his turn. Loses MODOK. Morrigan is going to come in with just a fraction of her life, and it is swiftly gone. But did their jobs. Phoenix is coming in with 5 meters, and this may be everything going according to plan for Mothman. Do you think the Mothman with the Moth plan is going to take this on? Using the words of the immortal Senor Ramon, this is going to be incredible. Phoenix getting in there with the air dash up back, then goes back in with the down forward. Most characters, including Phoenix, don't normally get access to multiple air dashes outside of flight mode, but TK Overdrive, just like Ryu Engine and Shadow Blade, are tools of giving characters double air dash instead of just single air dash in this game. But Mothman is doing the work with his Phoenix. His MODOK and his Morrigan both got blown up, but Phoenix alone is still a threat. There's still 45 Marvel seconds left, so it's pretty hard for Deadx Pride to avoid getting mixed up this entire time. It seems like he might be going for it with how much he was super jumping up back. Thinks that he's going to be able to block Mothman for this whole time. Has been holding down back, and Mothman recognizes it, goes for the command overhead, and the dry tag is punished. X Factors at this point in the game, this is interesting because now that means that Mothman is going to be able to get back a little bit of that life. But Deadx Pride has still not used X Factor and can use plenty of tools to poke that otherwise wouldn't confirm into things. Now, Wesker goes down. It is up to Ryu. Folks, do you think a Dark Ryu can take on a Dark Phoenix? Ryu has access to all of that X Factor still. Going into Dungeon mode, and the Hadouken catches, vaporizes Phoenix, and she, just on chip, she loses the majority of her life, is going to super jump to try and avoid things, gets up there, but then does not respect the bounce of the beam, gets caught, and Deadx Pride going up 1-0 with his Ryu Wesker team. it looks like MODOK got blown up. Morrigan got blown up. Phoenix did a lot of work as base Phoenix, not even going dark, but after she went dark, she was not ready for that X Factor 3 Ryu. Lost her life to just a couple reflected beams in Denjin, and then not respecting that she can't air dash down forward with S in that situation. I am the Colossus noting that DXP may be the second best Ken. That's pretty cool. It would be nice if he had access to the full power of Ken, but we're seeing this Ryu variant going on, almost like it's Marvel vs. Capcom 1. Oh, and MODOK is getting the hits this time, though. MOTHMAN had lost his 2-point characters only building meter the previous game. This time he gets the opportunity to actually play them and just gets rid of Wesker. Is Phoenix going to die before she builds up enough meter? This is looking close. Oh, she got to 5, so she's going to pop. Throws out, oh, is going to be able to fly, and there's no meter to DHC available for DeadX Pride. This is looking pretty scary. Dark Phoenix is fully stocked, and now there's the opportunity for MODOK and Morrigan to spend all the meter they need. Okay, there's an opportunity for Morrigan to spend all the meter she needs, and DeadX Pride making sure to go for the read for that side TAC, because now that Dark Phoenix is on deck, there's less incentive for MOTHMAN to just protect his meter at all costs. Really nice work by DeadX Pride in making that read. Oh, and was ready for the Phoenix Inferno. Has caught and dismantled Dark Phoenix both times. Now it's up to Morrigan in X Factor 2. She doesn't have any meter available even for Astro. Let's see what MOTHMAN can do if he could get a confirm here. The buttons of Iron Man are actually pretty enormous when he's just like, if he doesn't need to move towards you, his Air S can beat a lot of things, and that repulsor also doing work. Let's see what MOTHMAN does to try and get in on this team. Manages to get the happy birthday, and going into the finishing shower. Everyone make sure to use this move if you are going to tournaments IRL. The finishing shower is very important to making it so you win your matches. Just like, make sure to do it for the good of the community. And with that, MOTHMAN showing why you should use the finishing shower, takes it all the way back with his solo Morrigan. Very nice work to MOTHMAN. And now, tied up with DeadX Pride, 1-1, is set to see who makes it into winner's final. Ooh, and this time, a little bit more opportunity for MODOK to maybe get this going. Used Baby Feet at the beginning, so there's going to be a lot of scaling on this, but it doesn't matter how much scaling you have when you're going for a TAC Infinite. Ends up getting the hit on Wesker instead. Yeah, is another TAC coming? It is, but DeadX Pride is ready for it, knows exactly which one it's going to be, and then wins neutral against MOTHMAN, gets the snap. Oh, felt like Moth was going to press some buttons on incoming. Goes for those multiple resets. One of the things worth knowing about fighting Phoenix is if you're hitting her multiple times instead of comboing her, you don't have the damage reduction from damage scaling. So you're able to use the same total number of hits and be able to kill her without building her the meter she needs to pop. But let's see if DeadX Pride's able to do it this time. Last time he did a great job of dealing with Phoenix. It was just the power of Morrigan in the end that had taken him out. If he's able to do this time, is getting a lot more value out of just shooting at Morrigan. Has access to more life, has his characters ready, good assists on deck, and is wasting a lot of time too. Like, this very safe evasive play from DeadX Pride is giving him just more opportunities to make sure that it comes down to Dark Phoenix. There's maybe the chance of making her time out before she actually gets the opportunity to make everything terrifying. But she pops, the XP is in the corner and eats the overhead, but there's no confirm available for MOTHMAN. What can he do to make it through? Oh my gosh, is MOTHMAN going to be as cool as J McSpaz, who just subscribed for 21 months? Looks like MOTHMAN is, as he takes the match and is going to go up 2-1 against DeadX Pride in the winner's semis to try and get into the winner's finals bracket. And Mothman managing to get into the air. Once he's up here, there's very minimal tools DeadX Pride has to interact. He could interact with the Morrigan, but he can't really interact with the MODOK. Waits until Mothman gets back to the ground. Great job being the good balance of patient and then knowing what to do when Mothman ended up coming in. And looks like DeadX Pride had a pretty good read on this situation very consistently, getting the hit on MODOK. This is going to build a lot of meter for Mothman's Phoenix. Oh, he goes for the Inferno this time, and Invest the X Factor immediately is going to be able to do some damage to Wesker. This is X Factor 1 as opposed to 2 or 3, so she doesn't have access to some of the same loops that you might expect to see from Phoenix. But almost hits with the Soul Drain into Shadow Blade timing, which is really useful for making sure you're back up at 5 where you want to be. But even... Ooh, look at this TAC combo! Mothman was doing something saucy, but then going for another TAC every time you reset, it just... There's more opportunities for your opponent to win. TACs are not combos, they are resets, and people need to remember that. Oh, let's see what goes on here. Morrigan, Phoenix in the back, but no X Factor is available for them, while DeadX Pride's team bleeding a little bit. Oh, the Soulfish will not get there in time, and Morrigan will get clipped. Let's Wesker come in without glasses, but doesn't have the confirm that was desired there, and so much of X Factor timing is running out as a result. This is looking much more possible for Mothman, but it's all up to his X Factor-less Phoenix and Dark Phoenix, who gets clipped by Wesker. The confirms are not on deck for either character. This time Mothman, after the third chance, is able to get the hits, but things keep popping in challenging ways. On Wake Up level 3, okay, what's the Mothman optimal combo to punish blocked level 3? Apparently, whatever it is, it's enough to kill 925 health characters, because looks like that was a 941. Always nice to see the optimization in how Mothman approaches his damage. He is going to also be able to kill off Ryu here, leaving himself with another healing field on deck and multiple traps ready for the mix-up. This is going to be the end of Wesker, and DeadX Pride is sent to the lower bracket by Mothman, clutching it out against the intensity of a team that may be lower tier, but that DeadX Pride plays incredibly well. Yeah, I'm pretty sure DXP knows that it's first to 3 and isn't on the... So, we have this matchup against Salute and Zenpool. We have the nice custom bloody Deadpool going in there. He may be built for the snow with that outfit color, but you can't hide when you're covered in blood against the white background. But there's no hiding his Akuma as Salute goes for the Swift Snap and immediately hits the reset with the cross under, but doesn't have the confirmation. Very odd for Salute, but it is going to need to not use as many resources in order to take out this team. Is able to kill off Deadpool, but Zenpool is able to save that Akuma. Now it's in the back and has all of that potential X Factor, is able to support Ryu with the Tatsu assist, but there may be no Ryu left to support with Tatsu assist after Salute finishes this combo. Going in with the Shuma, this character does some damage when it's needed, and that Hyper Mystic Ray is going to set up for the perfect stalking flare. Let's see, gets some hands, gets out a carpet. Is Akuma going to get to play? Manages to get to play with X Factor, has plenty of meter on deck. Tatsu's all the way through, doesn't get hit by the volcano. Zenpool showing why you need to get rid of this character and why Salute was snapping in the first place. Is this mix-up going to work? Just presses the delayed jab, the act of making Salute afraid. This is going to be it. Will Zenpool finish this off with his Akuma? That's what it takes. But Salute is here. He has access to X Factor Raccoon and manages to take the match against Zenpool, coming down to the wire. Zenpool showing exactly why Salute made a great decision earlier in that game by going for the snap. Because Salute was trying to avoid that exact thing. His Shuma melted, his Dormammu melted. It's like everything that Akuma could do was just so threatening. Let's see, now that they're back, saluT has managed to be very good at pushing Zenpool towards the corner. And is going to continue to make sure that Spitfire Twice does some work. Zenpool, on the other hand, getting out of the corner, getting some good bullets on the screen, maybe throwing out some of those pineapples. Squid and pineapple, apparently the combo that he wants this evening. Oh, and those teeth are not Zenpool's, though. He doesn't get to bite the squid bites him. With that, the 2H is going to keep these loops going. The Mystic Stare will explode just in time to set up post that, so no need to go for the DHC, gets to keep Shuma in, has the instant overhead with the jump medium, and now, even though that's a damage scaling starter, saluTEXMO has enough optimization on these that even for a healthy boy like Ryu, this is looking done. This is going to be the end of Ryu and Stalking Flare setup. Oh, dropped the purification, and if you drop on Zenpool, it doesn't matter which character it is. He is an expert with all of them and is going to make you hurt. Even with Ryu, throws out that Searchlight, followed by the Akuma is X Factor use. Invest the second one to get rid of Dormammu. This character is gone, and now has the backing of Hadouken support, but saluT very ready to just back away, use Mystic Stare, and then getting the backdashes with Shuma, doesn't want to interact until this X Factor is up. Uses some meter here and is going to get beamed in the face because X Factor was still around for that. It did so much damage, but Tatsu already has some complications in punishing it, but that was really nice timing by saluT. And X Factor is going to get rid of Akuma and now has all of these enormous traps on screen. And Ryu somehow triggers both of them, but gets hit by neither, but still cannot escape the wrath of the woodland critters. saluT going up 2-0 against Zenpool in this losers semis? No, losers quarters set. No, almost losers quarter set. Soon to be losers quarter. Very nice work. But let's see what adjustments Zenpool makes. He's done lots of really smart things and really clutch things this set, but they haven't been enough to secure it against all of the backups that saluT has going, whether it's the powerful squid, whether it's the Dormammu, or whether it's the woodland creature with Rocket in the back, has shown that all characters need to be gotten rid of, or else Zenpool doesn't have a chance to take this set. Those bullets are going to catch Shuma, but they aren't going to give him enough damage to get rid of the squid. Screen and just doing some jumps forward. Ends up getting caught by the Hyper Mystic Smash. Is going to get caught by Stalking Flare on top of that. And now Dorm has the hands. He had the hands, but then he gets caught by the assist, and his Shuma had been summoned as well. Both are going to go down. Let's see, does Zenpool invest the resources in killing off this Dormammu? Tatsu into the bullets. Oh my gosh, I think that together this is going to be enough. It is down to the solo Rocket Raccoon. I think that TA Wolf has talked about the power of the Mapache before. Stream, do you think that the solo Raccoon can make it through an entire set of Shotos? It looks like it could kill off the Deadpool, but are these Shoryukens going to fend off against Dang, Wolf just says this character's broken. I see how it is. There's the fear that this is going to be the end of Zenpool's entire team because this is such a scary Raccoon. Oh, Zenpool put the fear in him. Let's see what saluT does to try and get around this. These tosses in the corner just to put on some additional pressure. Akuma losing a very large amount of life, but Ryu here didn't have the confirm off of the Searchlight, and now this is going to be some fair marvel going on from these players. X Factor starting to run low, Akuma building back a ton of life. Ooh, but since he was summoned there, the life rebuild took a little bit of a break. There's going to be many hits if Raccoon wins, but it only takes one for Zenpool. Zenpool getting on the board, 1-2 against saluTEXMO. Also, shoutouts to all of the amazing players who listen to the TOs, are on time, and are available and accessible. We love you, saluT. We love you, Zenpool. We love the wonderful people who are making sure that the hard work of the HAVENGERS, the hard work of Give T-Hawk a Gun, hard work of the Fruity Fetus all pays off so that we could have tournaments that run smoothly. We appreciate you. Good players, good TOs, makes everything better. And Deadpool, no X Factor invested here, but it's going to get Shuma down to very low life. One good connected string of guns would be enough to take him out, but Salute making sure to protect his squid, wants to get back all of that red life, because that's almost half a Shuma that's available. And in the process, almost gets the Deadpool. Let's see how Zenpool reacts to this. Goes for the dry tag on Ryu, and he just gets caught by a little bit of the Mystic Ray. Doesn't need to worry about it very much. This is going to be a pretty scary match, though. Ryu needs to respect so many things that Dormammu does. Oh, and Dorm here getting caught by the beam, but it's not going to do anything too substantial to him. And Salute is always ready with those confirms. If somebody isn't quite ready to get crossed up, they are going to die to Dormammu. And yes, Werewolf Boy, everything's on 1st to 3 now. It is no longer Pasadena rules. And that was a fascinating interaction. The Bolos caught Dorm, but because it was a triple charged hand, his Volcano still came up while he was tied up in peril. So, unless some like billionaire decides to buy all the servers for the HAVENGERS and no longer has any time constraints and there's a billion TOs that are all helping and everything is easy and smooth, having the 1st to 3 just makes it a little bit more possible for things to go through. Oh my gosh. So people who put their channel points on Salute may have gotten a tiny payout there, because not that it was just like people had confidence in the squid, and that confidence was well founded. 5 kids. Yeah, I do not know if I would ever sleep if I had 5 kids. So I'm just in awe of the power of Living Legend. But it's like another source of awe is going to be DeadX Pride's Vergil. Gets the hit on Yullizhez. I'm assuming these names are flipped, by the way, HAVENGERS. If you would like to get the Yuli onto Team 2 and DeadX Pride onto Team 1. In general, this has happened a couple times with Legend, but it's not always. But something that Yuli wants to make sure is, or DeadX Pride wants to make sure is always, is that when his Doom hits someone, he kills. Another person that, if you follow DeadX Pride on the Twitters, Doom is on, what is it, 2/3 of the teams that people play in this game, and if you would like some optimized Doom combos, he has a lot of great ways of taking out that extra damage with some missile extensions near the end and other good stuff. Make sure to check out his information. But looks like Yuli is going to have to try and do this without X Factor, with just a solo Vergil. DeadX Pride making sure that Dante gets to experience some bags before he dies. Dante obviously not drinking enough tea, Vergil not drinking enough tea either, but Vergil coming after himself, he's his own worst enemy, and takes out Yuli's Vergil. DeadX Pride going up swiftly 1-0 without taking much damage to any of his characters. So this time, seeing got the hit, but I think that Yuli thought that because his light connected that the combo was going to drop, but lightning was still active afterwards, and he was able to get that additional potential to confirm, but just didn't believe enough. I believe that SacTap calls those agnostic confirms, when you just don't believe enough to get it and keep pressing buttons. Like, if y'all are in the stream, throw out some buttons for that Yuli should have kept pressing afterwards. I think that there's some good stuff that the HAVENGERS has available for pressing those buttons. And DeadX Pride, though, he is willing to press all the buttons he needs to get rid of this Vergil, is building up meter, and uses the missiles extension, is going to have at least 2 meters now, and because of this, goes for the snap instead of actually the kill on Vergil. Interesting choice to leave Yullizhez Vergil alive, but killing off Zero, always nice to get rid of Zero. I am also confused on the choice to snap out Vergil Romora, but everyone has their own approach to things. So it looks like Dante here, taking the hit, taking some damage. Are we going to see another snap, or is DeadX Pride just going to kill off Dante? No, this has been a game where Doom has been the MVP. He has been putting the hurt on every single one of Yullizhez' characters, and Yuli going for that devil trigger, trying to get started, tags in Dante, and now his Vergil's in the back, has the meter. Plan A is down to 50% life. 50% life is still enough to take out an entire team. Oh, X Factor gets used on both sides. Yuli using some air dashes to try and escape, but Dead X Pride, too solid, manages to take out Yuli before the Dark Vergil can hit. This time, Yuli is going to be able to confirm off the Lightnings, and now that it's a confirm instead of a drop, this may be a very different game. Has Vergil in the corner, is already up at 1.5 meters of surplus, while also getting to kill a character. Things are looking good for Yullizhez this game, much better than the first two. What's he going to do on incoming? Just like put some pressure on Doom in the corner, and manage to get a little bit of a little tap on Strider, but nothing too substantial. Activates Sogenmu here, and ends up, even though he's trying to get into an advantageous situation, loses all of Sogenmu without getting any value out of it. Dead X Pride just willing to keep pushing forward, even when he's playing his Doom against Zero with Sogenmu. But let's see, Yuli gets the hit on Strider, does not confirm it into a dead ninja, and let's see, Artiztikk showed today multiple times why this character needs to die. Dead X Pride showing that that's not a solo thing, the multiple people from the office can make this character terrifying. Kills off Zero, kills off Dante, still has a decent amount of orbs left to try and deal with Yuli's Vergil. X Factor's up. He is going to be able to survive through the entirety of orbs, and throws on his own devil trigger. Rapid Slash is able to deal with the Vajra, gets the hit on Strider, and now things are looking very good for Yuli and very bad for DXP. Enough X Factors left that this is very likely the end of Doom, and with that, Yuli gets on the board 1-2 against Dead X Pride. So this time both of them investing meter immediately at the beginning of the match, just want to go in, use their resources, because momentum is so important. You never want to be at negative momentum against either of these teams. Yuli is the one who actually is able to turn his into momentum that could kill first, and this is looking much better than the first game, much better than the second game, and a lot more like the third game. What does Yuli do on this incoming? Goes to full screen and then crosses up. That's just adding that extra little level to it, where it's like, oh, you think he's far away? Does that make you safe? You're never safe against Zero. He's going to go all the way across with those Raikosens. Oh my gosh, like those are some threatening but adorable Kirby's that are coming out of the HAVENGERS and out of saluTEXMO. They are some good stuff, but Zero also some good stuff. Getting rid of Strider here, and now it is up to Dead X Pride's Doom. Do you think an SCP is going to come into play, chat? Will Dead X Pride be able to do it with the Latverian Dictator, or is the tier list just going to prevent this from happening and Zero, Dante, Vergil lock him down as long as the X Factor's activated, make sure not to interact, has so many things to just like keep him from being a threat, and Yuli, instead of even going for a combo, just goes back to full screen, doesn't want to fight him more than he has to. It's barely clipped by the Sphere Flame, is able to just keep playing defensively, and this is looking very good for Yullizhez and very bad for DXP, but we will see what DXP could do to be clutch. Will it be enough to get through? It's the throw. This could be the start of everything. Should be able to kill Zero meterless, and because of that, the incoming mix-up on Dante could lead into a kill. Does he hit the mix-up? It instead gets thrown and loses his Dictator. It's all up to the final game, 2-2, DXP versus Yullizhez. At the beginning, DXP was up 2-0 real fast at the beginning. Yullizhez made some adjustments, and his Zero was getting lots of momentum in the last couple games. Let's see if he's able to carry that Zero momentum further, or if this is going to be DXP going back to what those first two games were like. Getting to shoot at DXP a lot more. When neither character has meter, it allows Zero to shoot safely because there's no chance of spiral swords into a punish. So a lot of those situations that were otherwise a little potentially riskier for Yuli were more accessible. But Strider just pushing him down, making sure that DXP throws those spiral swords at the right time to get things going. And now it is up to Dante Vergil. Dante, getting hit. Let's see if this ends up being a snap, a kill. It's mid-screen, so goes for the snap and has Vergil coming in, gets caught by the round trip before Dimension Slash could go out. That X Pride knows to invest his resources, uses that X Factor, hits the Lunar Phase, and just does the Dimension Slash finish. Doesn't go for anything with swords involved. Just get the kill. Let's see, is Solo Dante going to be able to do this against the full team of Dead X Pride? Maybe, but not today. And with that, Dead X Pride doing the teabag combos and making sure to secure his place in losers semis, where he will fight the winner of Romora versus saluTEXMO. Very nice work to both players. Yullizhez did amazing work, but DXP was just MOTHMAN.
Hey, Sarah. First time on the mic here, so bear with me.
Oh, we're sure that if your work on the mic is anywhere near as amazing as your work in the game, we're just all gonna have a great evening. And as it gets started, Salute manages to get the hit on Zero, and Salute's one of the players that builds up the damage and the meter necessary to get rid of this character. Is going to have stalking flare setups that are ideal for making sure the robot vanishes and has access to all hands and a flame carbon. Oh, all hands and a squid. Do you think that it's worth it for Salute to go for a snap here, or what do you feel about the matchup against Romora?
Yeah, I think definitely most times against Doom Vergil, you want to get that Vergil in because Doom's just not as big of a threat. But the thing that I like about Salute's team is, you know, Shuma is known to kind of struggle in the neutral a little bit, but Spitfire twice really helps him get in. And when Salute does get that hit, he's really good at confirming and going into Shuma's big damage.
It's true. The power that Salute has on both offense and being able to convert neutral into something playable, especially when a lot of people's experience with Shuma is just hitting him out of Mystic Smash. Oh, or throwing him out of Mystic Smash or Romora, showing that even though Mystic Smash can be scary as part of some mix-up tools, when it's used in neutral, that thing has such a huge hurt box in comparison to his hitbox. It's just really unsafe. And Romora is bleeding with all of his characters, invests the X Factor once he has the confirm on Raccoon. This is going to be the end of the woodland creature. How does Dormammu come in and survive this?
Oh, it's just one block. You got to pick a side, and he does it correctly. Nice. Okay, now Dorm actually not too bad on Anchor. He gets the hit. I would put out a stalking flare right here. He's going for some teabags.
I would prefer getting hands over getting the teabags in, because Doom does not like when Dormammu has hands available to just keep him locked down. And
it's that optimal mental damage. And yeah, Doom matchup against Dorm, really tough. Salute's able, teabagging in the air even. But Salute is able to lock him down with the Meteors and the Stalking Flare and chip out Doom.
Very nice work to Salute. But let's see how Romora adapts to this. Definitely has had the opportunity to play against Salute before. Oh, and the happy birthday here. Both of these characters have very weird hurt boxes, so really nice work to Romora in being able to keep this happy birthday going long enough to not only kill the Raccoon, but also continue the combo on the Squid. Very nice work. A lot of people drop things that are partially hitting Shuma and partially hitting another character.
Yeah, the slowdown on character kill makes those kind of tough, but Romora, I've usually seen he's pretty good at maintaining those lightning whips, so nice, yeah. And this was going to be an uphill battle for Dorm either way. Romora just gets the incoming hit, and I think that should wrap up game 2.
That looks so good for Romora. It looks like the answer is if he doesn't lose a 0, he could just OCV. So going to keep that in the game plan for the next match. See if he could repeat it, or is Salute going to be able to get the momentum needed, kill off 0, and then wipe through the rest of Romora's team?
And now both players have activated the meta game of how many teabags and taunts you can get in. It's only a matter of minutes before we're going to see the pause war kicking in.
It's true. We all know that Romora is the starter of the pause war, but we're not sure if he's going to be the one who finishes it, because it has definitely spread throughout the community. But this time, Shuma is going down. Oh, manages to avoid the final lightning. and many opportunities, but still loses the squid. And because of that being lost in that situation, Romora didn't end up investing any additional resources, is going to be able to get Dormammu into the corner. We've seen Salute be incredibly solid with their Rocket Raccoon as anchor, but coming back against the full team, it feels like that's one of the situations where his damage output kind of matters even as an anchor.
Yeah, I would agree. I think you have to be really efficient with the Raccoon combos, but he's actually kind of an underrated anchor, I think. He's got a lot of incoming mix-up potential, gets the happy birthday. This is actually doable now with X Factor 3 if he can just finish the 0.
That's how you finish the 0, takes out 0, and now it's all up to Dr. Doom. And X Factor 3 Raccoon, much better matchups against everyone. Goes for the immediate level 3. And this does so much damage that the woodland creature goes from essentially full health to death just from the level 3.
And there's the pause war. Just call that a Mothman prophecy.
You were ready for it. And that insight just so strong. Let's see if Salute can bring in some of that Mothman level insight on how to approach things and avoid getting level 3'd by Doom, because it was looking like he was going to make that comeback with the Raccoon. Just that reaction from Romora and being able to put out this invincible hitbox in neutral that just led into a straight up kill was a lot. And yet again, the happy birthday. We've seen Romora just very consistently. This time drops both characters. That's what Salute needs to get an opportunity to play.
Both drop out.
Raccoon's bleeding and Shuma's bleeding at this point. It's looking pretty scary.
Yeah, I feel like in that situation, Salute had to get Shuma out, just DHC into a Stalking Flare or something and try to get his red health back a little bit.
I like the idea of DHCing in some safe way, especially because Shuma's one of those characters that has sneaky invulnerability on his hypers, where a lot of people do not realize how much invulnerable frames exist on some of his tools for getting out. So he has the opportunity of doing that guess and seeing if it'll lead into something good. Level 3, and Genwu 0 is able to get through, gets the confirm from the missiles. Very nice adjustment by Romora. Dormammu is going to die, and now no resources on either side X Factor wise. This is going to be a very hard matchup. Salute needs many hits, maybe a happy birthday or something, but this is very challenging.
Yeah, this is a really tough look. Raccoon not the greatest at dealing damage without X Factor or meter. And he's just going to have to do his best to avoid the chip, but there it is, missiles coming up, and the teabag's coming in too right at the end, just rubbing it in as much as possible.
And you see with the disrespectful tech that Romora waiting as long as possible before the taunt starts animating, because the game will wait till your animation finishes, so your opponent needs to wait even longer if you start something on the last frame. The game by starting standards, and all of them are on that good custom stuff, so nice stuff and being able to creatively express themselves. But very nice work by Mothman throwing out that psionic blaster. The hitbox starts above MODOK's head, so if someone goes for a Vajra on you, you're able to clip the Vajra and it will get rid of that Strider assist pretty consistently. Yeah, Artiztikk was so greedy though. How do you feel about going for the TAC there as Artiztikk?
You know, that just gave Mothman what he needed to get out, but Artiztikk going for that little mix-up there, crossing up MODOK, and we are going to snap in Jean, get rid of her as quick as possible, but drops the combo.
But picks it back up again, and with that Phoenix down, Mothman is now free to spend any resources he needs. We've seen in this tournament his Phoenix go down, and then his Morrigan make solo comebacks. And right here, she doesn't even need to do it solo. She has that Psionic Blaster assistant back, also the TAC available, but Artiztikk ready for the TAC break immediately. And is this going to happy birthday? Is there a confirm that works? Oh, didn't manage to catch Strider, just caught the Dr.
Yep, and now Mothman taking it to the sky, gonna snipe out the Doom. He's gonna go down, and yeah, we're gonna bring in Morrigan, sister up. Try to lock down Vergil as much as possible, get some mix-ups. But Artiztikk looking good with the push blocks. Oh, the empty low into the overhead, we like it. Please kill this character.
Oh, agreed. That's always the point where, like, you're playing and your soul gets hurt a little bit, where you don't block the first mix-up, but they don't actually confirm that. They just go for a second mix-up, and that hits you too. Where it's like, oh gosh, this person's in my head. But Artiztikk, the type of player able to recover from situations where someone might get lost in their own head, but Artiztikk just getting that pressure on, using the orbs, has the X Factor invested, going to be able to continue pressuring, but Mothman blocks that entire time, is able to get away from orbs, has more meter on deck, and is going to be able to stall out the rest of Artistikk's X Factor time. Once X Factor's out, Strider is not going to be able... Oh, Strider just dies, never mind.
Yeah, Mothman finding his way in there so crisply, like, blocked all of the mix-ups with the level 3 X Factor and the orbs, and then found the right spot to get in and get the kill. Good stuff there from Mothman. That's the kind of patience we like to see.
And that's one of the things about Mothman as a player in general. Looking at his team construction, you know, if someone actually wins with this team, they need to be good at being patient while also being good at knowing when it's time to wild out. They can't just be a one-mode player that only does one thing. But very nice work to Artiztikk using that round trip to go into Doom. This is going to build plenty of meter and give the opportunity for a snap into the Dark Phoenix. Get her before she goes dark. And oh, she thought she could press a button because Doom with the butter gun, but Strider was on deck to take it out. That we saw last game, Mothman's Morrigan is no slouch and can take out an entire team. Let's see if she's able to put in that work again. She's at full health this game, and MODOK, even though he's bleeding, if he recovers his life, is going to be back above half. So
and
this is looking pretty possible.
It's gonna be pretty possible for him to rebuild that health, especially with Morrigan. But you know, the sister is out, finds a nice snipe. All right, gotta watch the Doom calls. Oh, and very nice, was aware of the teleport. I say spend the 3 bars, kill this character.
Spending 1 bar?
Only
the last
one.
missile. The finishing shower. Super everyone should use before they go to tournament. Use that finishing shower, and it is good news. But Doom here, this is such a hard matchup for Doom. I know that. Actually, that's every character on Mothman's team. It doesn't matter which one of them's on point. It's always
right.
Like, this is hard for Doom.
Yeah,
Strider
imagine having an entire team built around being a counter matchup for Doom.
It's definitely something that's true for Mothman, but less of a counter to the power of the ninja. And you see, this.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be rough. Sister, and Artiztikk doesn't have 3 meters for orbs, so he has to just kind of sit here and deal with all of this bullet pressure. This is going to be really, really rough. Like, he can't even really take much more chip damage at this point. And just like that, Mothman is now up 2-0. And the teabags are real tonight. Is this what Marvel has become?
Apparently with these players it has, because the teabags have been very on deck for the majority of top 8 at this point. But Mothman, it seems like his Phoenix has not been the problem. That Morrigan has been what is doing the work this set. Artiztikk has managed to do good work in getting rid of the Phoenix each game. Let's see if this time he manages to do the same. Oh, this time TK Overdrive catches. Seen in other matches Mothman's played in bracket that his regular Phoenix is a threat. He does actual Phoenix combos instead of just Dark Phoenix nonsense, and the TAC is going to be enough to kill Vergil, leaving MODOK with the opportunity to be full screen against Doom, which is exactly where Doom does not want him to be.
No, he does not. And like, this is really huge right now because Mothman has all 3 of his characters. He has the 5 bars on deck. So, I mean, the insurance policy is all but guaranteed at this point. So now you just play the patient game. Doom's gonna have a hard time dealing with Morrigan. Be patient.
And that was really nice by Mothman to bring in the Morrigan, because even though MODOK's a great matchup against Doom, you have all this juicy red life to get back from him, and that's more things that people need to wear through that will build meter in case you end up using an Astral for controlling neutral or anything like that. Really nice work by Mothman, just playing for both the short term and the long term simultaneously, making good decisions.
Yep, smart stuff. And right now, Doom at about half health, and same thing with Strider actually. He's taking quite a bit of damage as an assist. So Artistikk's going to have to be kind of aware of that and just know when it's okay to call Strider and when it's not. Doom, he's just getting dwindled down. This is looking harder and harder. Oh, punished!
That was hitting the Strider hard. Very nice work by Mothman. Like, I know that you're going to summon this character, and doesn't really have anything to disincentivize her from using the pressure Strider at that point.
Right.
But this is a scary Strider. He's gotten out. He has X Factor 3. Gets the mix-up on MODOK and goes for the immediate snap. This way, if Phoenix pops, she's going to be X Factor 2 instead of X Factor 3. Uses the
and
backdash
just
zone.
built the meter for the orb. That's so huge for Artiztikk. All right, kills Phoenix and just hits MODOK with the cross. Oh, same side, not even cross up on the incoming. Artiztikk showing that he's not down and out, putting one on the board.
Very nice work to Artiztikk. That game, it's weird, because the first two games looked like they were so much more in Artistick's favor for such a huge percent of the time, but that game looked like everything was going wrong, but just at the end, his Strider did everything it needed to. He was able to clutch it out, not get mentally guard broken by the fact that things had gone wrong, and converted it into a great situation and into a win, and now has this throw on MODOK, is going to build up enough meter to snap. Survive? Oh, not looking like it.
Like the double cross under. That's the hard stuff to block. Then you have Strider up on top of you. Very, very good stuff from Artiztikk. Right, here comes the Morrigan. Yes, we have.
Oh, and Psionic Blaster, like, people may not be accustomed to interacting with it as an assist just because MODOKs aren't super common, but that thing is a wall of durability. It's more than level 3 Buster, so it will eat all the other projectiles in the way and clear things out and knock people down. So I believe it's actually soft knockdown, so even late in the combo it'll be pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, that's really nice. And it's relatively fast for what it is. Alright, so right now MOTHMAN gonna go ahead and Astral up. Gonna try to put on some pressure on this Vergil. And Artiztikk just trying to do whatever he can, trying to stall out, throwing the round trips, trying to do whatever he can to waste his time. But MOTHMAN does still have another bar, so we're gonna do it again. Tries to put on the swords, but gets stuffed out. This is actually really good for MOTHMAN.
Oh, this is going to be so much damage, and now both of Artistick's characters are within chip range, but Dark Vergil is Dark Vergil. Will he be able to get started, or is this Astral going to be enough to contain the Dark one?
Oh, he's going to have to weather the rest of this Astral Vision here. Oh, very smart X-Factor guard cancel there from MOTHMAN. And now up 3-1. MOTHMAN looking super good in this match right now.
Yeah, and this is a first to 3. We're not on the Pasadena rules. There has been the shift to first to 3 sets, so that is actually Artiztikk getting sent down to loser's bracket, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, the entire set you're thinking?
I think
the first game is going to be the whole set? Oh, and both of them tag? Both of them tag immediately, and let's see. First non-clean hit goes to DeadX Pride, but now his resources have been used. He's going to need to deal with Romora with all of these resources on deck. Oh, runs into the Harangeki and gets caught by Sogenmu into buttons. There's not the proper confirm there by Romora. Didn't trust what to do after the hidden missiles were going to interfere with combo height. Went for the heavy Raikosen in order to try and move upwards. Wasn't able to quite get it. Maybe could have gone for heavy command dash into S in order to get high enough to confirm off the missiles. But X-Factor used on both sides, and this time it's really in DeadX Pride's favor. Because on top of that, he gets the hit, and Romora's X-Factor's running out while he's in hit stun. Nothing is worse than activating your X-Factor and then getting hit.
Right? And just like that. Oh, wow. I was going to say just like that. Doom's going to go down. But DeadX Pride with a rare drop. Romora going to spend some meters and try to bring in his own Vergil. Gets the hit, but doesn't have a lot of bar. Not sure if he's going to be able to kill him. Oh, this isn't even Romora. This is DeadX Pride.
The TAC? Oh no, he's not. Yeah, he's going to TAC with swords on. Oh, he doesn't TAC. He's trying to set up a ground reset on Romora. And that throw was so good, but still can't get the kill off of it. He's going to have it there though. Now it's down to solo Doom, no X Factor for Romora. This looks pretty bad. Yeah. We're right. The first clean hit.
There. And yeah, DXP taking the first game.
So let's see how Romora adjusts. He may need to boof some pops, get into the right mode. Thanks to PA Wolf for introducing to us that there are pops that can be boofed of the Cheeto variety. Oh my gosh, just in that short exchange, Romora's Doom lost half his life to DeadX Pride swinging in his face with those spiral swords.
Yep, and I mean, that's what happened. You gotta be so careful with your assist calls. And right there, DeadX Pride almost killing Doom. The Strider interrupts. Now, Doom and Vergil are both sitting on pixels. right?
Gosh.
Yep.
One button. It didn't even need a combo, just needed a single hit. Oh, but he needed a single hit at least on that Vergil. Going for a snap here instead of killing, and FedEx Pride hits the falling light but doesn't get the full confirm off of it. Is going to lose Vergil, but has Strider in the back. X Factor being used, I think, makes it less important of whether Strider stays in the back or not. Let's see. This is looking pretty potentially even. Oh, looking good for DeadX Pride now. Has orbs. Remora's X Factor is out. Should be able to keep the pressure on Vergil, and then if he gets a clean hit afterwards, should be able to kill the character.
That's it. At the end of the orbs messes it up, but it's okay because we got air grabs on the teleports. That's good awareness from DeadX Pride. We're gonna go up 2-0.
Very nice for DXP. Is Romora going to go back to his EVO experience of winning and bring some of that in order to take on DXP? It feels like DeadX Pride's just been really good at getting momentum, has done so with Vergil, invested the X Factor just to like make sure he didn't fall into backwards momentum against Romora in the second match, and just has been doing incredibly well. Let's see if Romora can adjust, and both of them have been willing to use meter very early on. Do you think this trend will continue?
It very may well. You know, both of these characters just get infinitely better when they have meter, and just like you see right there, Strider and then DXP using the spiral swords to confirm. Knew he was out of meter, so raw tags Doom, but Sturl was a little too far away and drops it.
Oh, and the rapid slash in order to push back to full screen. A little bit of additional chip will do it. Goes for the tag, and Romora does get in safely, but loses meter in the process. Immediately X Factors with that Vergil is going to be able to build up so much red life with Doom, or go for TAC and not build up so much red life with Doom, but have so much more meter in order to do the rest of the match.
Yeah, wasn't really expecting a TAC in X Factor. I don't think anybody expects that, and that's why it hit. Right now, Romora is definitely kind of on the up and up. Probably going to be able to kill Vergil here with the Zoop Zoop.
The TAC and X Factor, the Spanish Inquisition then? Nobody expects it?
Exactly.
Oh, and that last missile managed to stop Strider from going there, but he still manages to get momentum, has orbs on, there's no X Factor to protect Romora, so even if he blocks a lot of this, he still eats chip damage, and doesn't even get to block most of it, it just gets hit over and over and over again. Loses his Vergil, and now the remaining bit of X Factor on Strider is enough to potentially kill off Dr. Doom. DeadX Pride gets this last hit, goes into Legion, and the pause war has continued with Romora signing out of this tournament. DeadX Pride moving on to losers finals against his friend at the office, Artiztikk.
I wouldn't be surprised if he was able to take it against Romora. And I know these two have fought each other very, very many times, so I mean it could go either way, honestly.
Ooh, that rapid slash, that was a fascinating choice to rapid slash there, because he saw that Romora had the auto left-right block from blocking in the air, but that he was going to fall to the ground after the heavy and the S. And because of that, Artiztikk was able to use the rapid slash when the auto block was ending to get the cross-ups when Romora could feel nice and safe. Oh, and Remora's name is even DXPP Romora. HAVENGERS making sure that the EVO champion is well aware that he is here by the blessings of the tournament organizer, and that is all. But Romora is showing that when given a second chance at life, he knows what to do with it, and has managed to get Artiztikk down, making sure to get rid of the two most important characters on his team, and now just has to fight solo Doom against the entire team for Romora.
Yeah, and that's going to be pretty rough for Artiztikk, as, I mean, Zero's bad matchup for Doom, Vergil's a bad matchup for Doom, and ironically enough, Doom is a bad matchup for Doom.
Doom with more life is a bad matchup for Doom with less life, because neither of them are particularly great at dealing with the other one stalling.
And, I mean, in the Doom versus Doom matchup, Doom wins. So, I mean, it's a bad matchup.
The Doom that gets foot dived is the one that's having the bad matchup, or the one that gets buttergunned. There's so many different ways for Doom to have bad a matchup there.
Right. Alright, but Remora's going to take game number 1. Alright, this time Artiztikk just backing up.
The rapid slash again.
Yeah,
Wow,
Rapid
Rapid Flash is just paying off for Artiztikk. Let's see if he's able to make it pay off the rest of the way and take the game with it, because last time Romora got to live, and see what happens when he lives. Oh, went for the TAC.
Nice break on the TAC. Good stuff there from Romora. Good awareness. And snaps to stop not the clones, the swords. Good stuff.
And because Zero had clones active in that situation, instead of having the weird snap trade thing where Vergil just stays in, it actually snapped into Strider as well, because the Sogenmu snap ended up hitting afterwards.
That definitely worked out in his favor. And Artiztikk is just raw tagging every character that he possibly can. Not even really sure why, but you know, I guess it's working out.
And Artiztikk seems to actually really like the Doom Mirror when he has access to Vajra, his opponent doesn't. I see that in a lot of situations where other people like Romora seems pretty interested in finding a safe way to photons into Spiral Swords and get access to with an assist instead of Doom with an assist. But Artiztikk is very happy to just leave it be Doom with some Vajra support going on. And it's going to be the end of Vergil. Do you think Romora's Dr. Doom has the proficiency to take out this entire team?
I don't know. I mean, it was looking pretty rough earlier, like you said. You know, Artiztikk really liking the Doom with Vajra assist. Oh, but right there, such a nice punish. Right. What's Romora gonna do? Stalling, he's running out of time.
And
gets foot divin.
Oh, and even with that, all those extra chances, they were not enough. Artiztikk tying it up 1-1 against Romora. And oh no, I shouldn't have told the stream about the tech that if you fly at the end, you could make shit last longer. I'm ruining things for all of us. I apologize, stream. But looks like this time, Zero gets hit by Plasma Beam, but not enough to actually confirm into a dead Zero, and anything that only hits him, that doesn't kill him, makes him stronger. You know that Pixel Zero wants to do things, and he's not just down to a Pixel, he has 2/3 of his life left. He's able to put in some very serious hurt on Strider there, and gets the hit on Vergil on top of that. This is looking really good for Romora, leaving the only healthy character on Artistikk's team is Dr. Doom.
Yep. All right, so now Dr. Doom gonna have to deal with the Zero mix-up. Oh, but finds the way out. Good stuff from Artiztikk. Right, getting himself out of the corner, gets scooped up. He's gonna mess it up.
And very nice work for both players in like how to address the scramble there. Both were able to avoid like the worst fail case scenarios, even though they didn't get the confirms they desired out of it. And so many foot dives. Eventually, one of them will lead to a kill, right?
Right. All right, and I really like that setup there that Artiztikk used. Threw out a couple missiles and then crossed under with Vajra and did the raw launcher. Totally worked out. Right,
Vergil comes in, needs to eat Ouroboros mix-ups. This is looking pretty bad for Romora. And Artiztikk doesn't quite manage to turn that into a kill. Is in a relatively okay situation. Should be able to kill off Romora, X-Factor's ending, and Graham, incredible hitbox, will not get nullified by the projectile powers of the swords, so you could still poke with that even when Vergil has swords on. Great work by Artiztikk there.
Yeah, definitely, absolutely. And Romora taking it back to the character select screen. Gonna try to slow down the momentum a little bit. Yeah, definitely not going to be any team changes because, I mean, this is the EVO winning team, so keep up with it.
This is one of the situations where it's like, it's not the team's fault you lose. It's not, like, you can't be like, well, if I was playing these other things, it would have been different. It's like, no, this was a very good team. It just happened to work that Artiztikk was making very good decisions, especially with the Strider. And oh my gosh, Dr. Doom losing half of his life and a clean hit on Zero afterwards from the stand H confirm. This is going to be one of the starters that lets Artiztikk build so much meter and kill Zero at the same time. Looking very good for him in being able to show that even if Romora goes dark and has 5 meters, Artiztikk is prepared to make that matchup still work. You know that Vergil and Strider on a team are pretty optimal for dealing with someone when they go Dark Phoenix.
They are. All right, and Romora gonna go ahead and activate the finger lasers, DHC into Vergil, but doesn't get a full hit. All right, and Romora gonna turn on some swords of his own, doing a lot of damage to Artistikk's Doom. So Artistikk's Doom is hurting really bad, but Answers back with an X Factor guard cancel and going to kill Remora's Vergil. Big for Artiztikk.
Very nice work for Artiztikk. Now it's all up to Remora's Vergil, or up to his Doom. How is he going to fight Vergil? Is he going... Actually, puts the swords on for the crown. See if this gets the OTG afterwards. Doesn't have enough meter to confirm it into a kill. X Factor's available, is going to be able to kill off Vergil. This looks very possible for Romora. Pat, are there 3 letters that may come up shortly?
I don't know. I guess we'll have to see. But I'm going to say that was a pretty amazing confirm there from Romora. From full screen, wow. Just chases Doom up to the top of the screen. All right. It's all up to Solo Strider. Oh, but gets the grab. That should be it, barring any drops.
Oh no, that...
Sorry, I'm sorry.
No, you said barring any drops, which is true, but there happened to be a drop. And with that, Romora clutching it out. Do we see the 3 letters? Oh my gosh, is this an SDP?
Oh, the teabag. The teabags are real.
And with that, Romora showing that to kill all 3 of his characters, you can't... If you kill off Zero, you kill off Vergil, but you leave the Doom alive, you're still going to lose the game.
I mean, you know, it's been so chat. It's been so long. I had to make sure that the commentator curse was still real, and apparently it is. You know, I just had to confirm. I had to confirm.
Razorburn, very well aware of the responsibilities of seeing the future, but you also need to be responsible when you have the commentator's curse powers. Just like the fate of these warriors in your hands.
I mean, my powers are out of control right now, so you know sometimes they
just get crazy. Artiztikk has been
crop
making so much work out of having someone air block, air H, and then going into the rapid slash as they land.
You know what's really interesting about that is because DXP like doesn't use rapid slash hardly ever, and I think Romora, having just fought DXP, kind of got used to that, and Artistikk's like, I'm just gonna do this all the time, and I think that's why he's getting hit by it so often.
Reads, but this time the lightning is going to take out Vergil and has access to so much meter to deal with the incoming hits Doom. This is probably going to be an extended combo into a snap, but may just go for a kill. Ends up just going for the snap relatively early. And very nice blocks by Artiztikk. He gets to play. Does he get to play long enough to actually do something though?
No, not quite. It's hit by Zero. Just gonna take him out. Strider with the low health. Only have to really spend 1 bar here. Strider should go down. Wow, ends 2. Doesn't even want to risk a drop. I respect that.
If you are like, hey, I have a 15% chance to drop this. If I spend meter, that chances goes down to like 1%. Sometimes it's worth it to just like reduce the chances to 1%, especially if you have a very stable matchup afterwards. Like Dr. Doom, if he's mixing you up, is very scary. But if you're staying even relatively far from him, you could react to so many things. Romora doing the opposite of what I'm saying and doing nothing to stay far from Dr. Doom, going in swinging very continuously. But it looks like his Zero is going to be able to survive, and now Artistikk's Doom without X Factor has to try and take on this entire team. This is looking pretty scary for Artiztikk. He needs really a miracle.
Just gets grabbed up. Not enough. Oh, yeah. X Factor, and yeah, that's going to be it. Romora taking it 3-2 over Artiztikk. Artiztikk, I'm sorry. You had that game, and then I cursed you. I apologize.
Then Romora able to clutch it out with Doom the other time when all hope looked lost. He had hope in Doom. So Babaghanoush is correct. It is going to be Romora versus in Heralds. Very good stuff.
Amazing. All right, here we go. Grand finals. We got Mothman on the winner's side and Romora on the loser's side. And Mothman getting things started. All right, he's going to be able to take out Zero. Yep, spin the bars. I 100% agree with this.
And this is going to leave the opportunity for a tag too. Yeah, it's enough. Mothman has a good enough combo. I know, I'm afraid to, like, all of us know what happens when Pixel Zero gets to survive, and Mothman's like, I'm going to make you afraid that I didn't do it, but he knows exactly it's going to be enough damage to make sure the character dies.
A mental damage, but right now Romora with an amazing super jump confirm against MODOK. Same side mix though, so Mothman is able to get out and keep Gene alive. Ends the bar. I respect it.
And is going to be able to hit some drains from this too. Let's see exactly how much he's able to get. Instead, just ends up doing a little bit of damage to Doom and now has to fight through the team. Phoenix is in the second slot, so if Romora gets a clean hit, oh no, instead Mothman gets a clean hit and doesn't kill off Vergil. It is worth investing the resources to get rid of this character, even when you have Phoenix on deck.
I agree. And there it is. Okay, yep, gonna bring in MODOK in order to get Jean back to the back. Okay, so this is looking pretty good for Mothman right now. Romora with Doom with about quarter health and just gets hit anyways. During the X Factor, and Mothman gonna take game number 1.
I think that Romora got to the ground and needed to block low because the slime puddle was still there, got caught by that, and then the immediate overhead afterwards just comboed it. Missiles are a mixed bag in this type of matchup. Romora has been very much focusing on making sure to throw out that long duration stand H where he can hit Morrigan. But my gosh, he did not respect the Dorito, and because of that, he's going to take some damage. Not that much damage, but the opportunity to snap in Vergil. Would you invest resources here if you were Mothman to get rid of this character?
I absolutely would. I hate Vergil more than anyone else in this game, so I would spend X Factor, meter, whatever I have to make sure this character is dead.
Like, is this one of the situations where, Razorburn, are you taking out loans to kill Vergil? You're
I'm
like,
taking
I only
out
have 2
loans,
meters,
like...
but I swear, I'll pay you back the meter on Thursday.
Right, dude, like, if I gotta pay you back over a few years, it's worth it. As long as Vergil dies, it's fine. I will sell you my soul if it means that I get to kill Vergil.
The student loans telling you how to overhead Vergil.
Exactly.
But there's an extra opportunity for Romora here. Doesn't have Vergil alive, but goes into the Zero Doom. Invests his X Factor, but X Factor used on both sides is generally good for Romora. These Phoenix Infernos, Mothman is very willing to be quite aggro with that tool, especially when he has the opportunity to go into Astral DHC for safety. But looks like he's going to lose Phoenix here. We have full Morrigan. Oh no, we don't have a full Morrigan. We have a potentially dead character and incoming mix-up on MODOK. This went from looking very reasonable for Mothman to very bad for him in a short period of time. Do you think that the solo MODOK is going to be able to run it back against Zero Doom?
I mean, that's going to be pretty rough because MODOK, first off, has to deal with 0 incoming mix-up, and I mean, good luck blocking that anyways, just as shown. And the thing is that a drop is actually an intentional mix-up. That's what Romora wanted. It was planned from the very beginning. And just like that, Romora's going to tie it up 1-1.
Or wanting to claw his way out of the loser's bracket. He says that if he goes Dark Romora, that means that Dark Phoenix is just an even matchup, that it's not detrimental to him anymore.
Exactly.
So in that game, Romora did a really good job of dealing with the Dark Harmonizers, making sure that she wasn't able to be summoned super freely. And oh, this time Mothman almost has the catch on Zero, but is going to need to eat this mix-up, and the Giant Head is very bad at blocking. That overhead light catches him on the way up, and Romora was able to confirm off of it. But would you snap here?
I absolutely. Oh, actually, you know what? He may not have to. Yeah, kill MODOK, and then get the mix-up on Morrigan, and then snap her immediately. Oh, but the mix-up does not happen, so... Man, I was going to say gonna get out, but...
This is very possible. Either player could do very well in this situation now. Oh, but Phoenix being to advance a guard in there means that she's going to have Harmonizer on deck. She is up to 5. This is now looking very reasonable for Mothman after a very scary situation. Takes work on the patience. But
right,
Romora,
good job.
Not overextending in any situation, making sure to put pressure on her, but not doing so in a way where he's going to eat a random TK overdrive. Just throwing out some lightnings, attacking from angles where he feels safe, and now pops her when she's full screen, has Sogenmu active to make it so if she goes to the ground, she just needs to eat some nonsense. The chip damage alone takes away half her meter, but respect TK overdrive.
That's right, and Mothman content to spend the X Factor level 2 in order to get things started. Oh, but Doom finds his way out. Spiral Swords are going to be in full effect. MOTHMAN, yep, he's going to have to be careful. Romora gets the hit and spends the X Factor to make sure Jean dies. So this is actually looking a lot more in Remora's favor, especially since Morrigan got hit. And right now, Romora is now up 2-1, sitting on reset point.
Very nice work to Romora. The MOTHMAN, I believe that his fight, was it Romora in Winners Finals at EVO? So
I'm not even sure.
I think it was MOTHMAN Romora on winner's side, and then SacTap managed to claw his way through the loser's run. So this is just like MOTHMAN has been collecting data. You see how enormous that head is? He has been collecting data on Romora since, it was EVO August? The plan has been forming this entire time, and now we see it coming to fruition as Zero gets knocked down in the corner and the giant head gets to do the hyper battering ram on him. Is this going to go into the finishing shower? Pre-tournament super, kill this character, and it uses the final, a second finishing shower. Need to clean off. This is one of those things where he was going swimming or something, needed to do an additional shower. But Morrigan has been such an asset for MOTHMAN in these sets, whether she's just being obnoxious as the Dark Harmonizer assist, or the amount of neutral she's been getting to play and just like making the bad matchup for Doom happen, making the challenging situations for Zero happen. But this time Doom gets in and is going to be able to kill her off. I like killing her here. Oh, and killing with a snap is even
Yeah, smart stuff. Wow, gets the mix-up but drops the combo. So MOTHMAN doing everything possible to keep Jean alive. Dimensional Slash, you can't block it because it's unblockable. So Jean is just going to go down, and MODOK is going to have to do a lot of blocking right now. Oh, wow, goes for the instant overhead into the sword. Yep, going to raw tag into Doom. Make sure he finishes it off. Teabags, and Romora resetting the bracket, putting MOTHMAN into the losers.
Very nice work to Romora there. MOTHMAN, I feel like he hasn't gotten to have a game where Dark Phoenix really popped off and just like evaporated a team yet. See if he could bring up a little bit more of her in that approach in order to go into this reset of Grand Finals. Also, it seems like in a lot of situations, MODOK has gotten hits that have led into the kill, but then Morrigan, after the DHC, has eaten some scary situation, and then Phoenix ends up dying before she gets 5 meters. Let's see how he ends up adjusting.
Alright, well, once again, MOTHMAN is going to take to the skies right at round start. Romora throwing some missiles, which, I mean, could be kind of detrimental because it's just allowing MOTHMAN to call the Dark Harmonizer and build more meter. And it's just going to give him more time to stall up in the air.
And MOTHMAN, Romora has been very, very good at hitting the Morrigan assist. She is a very challenging thing to hit, but he's managed to take off half of her life, which is incredibly impressive because most of the time she gets in and out without taking anything in against many players. And MOTHMAN making sure to throw out some floating bombs. Floating bomb is one of those things like hidden missiles where even if you hit MODOK, it stays out there, so he could still be protected by it to some degree.
Right. Such a good move. And I need MOTHMAN to realize that he has 5 bars now, and he doesn't need to keep calling Morrigan because Romora is going to punish her.
That is a great reminder. If you have 5 meters, your Morrigan is valuable. Do not throw away her life unnecessarily.
Right. Oh, and such a smart throw there from Romora. Tries to get the TK dive, but messes it up. MODOK still on the defensive. Ooh, good blocks this time from Romora. Or, from MOTHMAN. He was like, I've seen this set up before.
That's one of the nice things about Dorito is that the characters in this game that are really good have enormous hitboxes, and enormous hitboxes just mean they're more likely to interact with the Dorito and lose their hitbox.
Right. Ooh, that was really smart from Romora to use the Skittles super to send Jean and make her pop up in the sky. Almost gets the hit, but she finds her way out. Yeah, MOTHMAN gonna bring in Morrigan.
Ooh, and because he doesn't need to worry about conserving meter for Phoenix as much anymore, is able to activate Astral. but unfortunately is not able to get a proper setup to deal with Doom's air dash up. You're able to shoot him if you do a super jump into Shadow Blade Fly cancel into Soul Fist, but otherwise just gets to stall in that situation and avoid much of the time of Astral.
All right, a nice confirm there from MOTHMAN, but drops it in the end. Only 20 seconds left on the clock, and both teams are relatively similar in health, but I do believe Romora is up by a little bit. Oh, but not anymore. If he loses Doom, that's actually going to be very, very huge for MOTHMAN. Both of them activating X Factor immediately. A bad Doom call from Romora, and Doom is going to die. And Romora now has 9 seconds to try to mount a comeback.
Ooh, MOTHMAN good at stalling for this situation. Let's see if he's able to just avoid things long enough and keep his fingers away. Oh, gets hit by Zero. Is this going to do the damage fast enough? It does not. Let's see who ended up winning. This is looking potentially close. Oh, MOTHMAN clutched it out, has the life advantage, and is going to go up 1-0 in the reset grand final set.
Yep. I really like the attempt from Romora there. He was like, let me go into the TAC, get Zero out, build as whatever little health I can, but doesn't quite work out.
But MOTHMAN taking a second to think, even after Romora matches the rematch, wants to make sure that he's making the correct decisions for how he approaches the match. As you were saying, like once you're Morrigan, or once you have 5 meters, you shouldn't be matching Morrigan assists anymore. Don't want to just like give free health away. Rethinking about things, but this time very early snap by Romora, and very nice hit confirm from that cross-up S is going to obliterate Phoenix. Now it's up to Morrigan MODOK to try and take this out.
All right,
He's level 3
like
connected.
MOTHMAN. Yeah, very smart. I like him using that just to make sure that he could escape the mix, and it hits, which is nice. Wow, and just jumping over Zero, then air dashing back to make sure to cross him up and get the hit, and Zero goes down. So now he's going to bring in MODOK to fight Doom. I absolutely like this decision.
I'm a big fan of getting back into the Harmonizer configuration, because that means you're able to build up 5 meters for doing astral nonsense. Oh, and MODOK had fallen out, but he didn't fall out long enough to live. Now, will MOTHMAN block the incoming mix-up? Manages to get the initial block and the follow-up. Many Helmbreakers are coming out here, and MOTHMAN blocked so many of them, but not all of them, and now he manages to survive. Romora did not have a confirm off of that final Helmbreaker, and now needs to deal with X Factor, Astral Morrigan, just putting down that chip damage on Vergil. Finds the safe opportunity to put on swords, giving him the space to get breathing room going, but now he's out of meter, so he needs to keep the pressure up until Morrigan's dead. This isn't going to kill her, but this is going to give her him the opportunity to lock her down, put out missiles, throw some round trips, and try and get this going.
Yeah, this is looking kind of grim for MOTHMAN as he gets hit with the Helmbreaker, and Romora once again tying it up 1-1.
Very nice work to Romora, and we saw a lot of Helmbreaker in the last like 30 seconds of that match, and even though 80% of them ended up whiffing, it was safe enough that he got to keep doing that until the one that worked got him the momentum he needed to win the game.
I mean, when you're an X Factor, Helmbreaker becomes an anti-air. It becomes the answer to all things. So why not do it?
The Helmbreaker secretly named 42, I guess. Just like answer. So this time though, one of the other answers in this game is doing TAC infinites and building copious amounts of meter. And MOTHMAN is more than happy to do this until Zero is dead. We'll have 5 meters and the opportunity to either do astral stuff or bring MODOK back in, depending on what he wants.
Gonna bring back in the MODOK. All right, just remember, you don't have to call Morrigan, but you don't want to get scooped up either.
He had gone for the unblockable and actually timed it right, but then didn't mash things afterwards fast enough. That's unfortunate to have like the correct unblockable timing, but then easy part to go down. But Phoenix pops in an okay situation. X-Factoring when she's only X-Factor 1. We've seen MOTHMAN utilize this before. Oh, but gets thrown out of it. extra opportunities to play for both of these players.
And yeah,
this
Phoenix is going to win that one. Hey, what happened?
I believe it caught, but she was still in block stun from one of the orbs spawning.
That was a really interesting interaction. But Phoenix is down, and the X Factor is out on both players' side. MOTHMAN with a little bit more health, and Romora out of meter. So this might actually be pretty good for MOTHMAN. When getting hit, to be able to escape, and good awareness of the teleport punishes. Was a little greedy going for a TAC there, and that could cost him his Morrigan.
Oh, the DHC, I don't actually know the reason that worked that way, but MODOK DHC'd from way super far back that time, and because of that was able to escape the Spiral Swords. Very nice work by MOTHMAN. I wonder if he had planned that spacing, or if that was just very fortunate for him. Oh, but what's not fortunate for him is coming down into Vergil buttons, eating that sword, and now MODOK's one of the characters whose heart boxes means he'll get hit by more of the dimensional slash than most people. And Morrigan just needs a tiny bit of chip damage to get rid of Vergil. We're hit. The clean hit also works, and now it's up to Dr. Doom versus Morrigan. And there's 16 seconds left on the clock, so the life lead that Doom has is pretty important. But if MOTHMAN just gets a little opportunity to start chipping, it could be a lot. No, not if he gets hit by photons, though. And now Romora manages to get to his ideal stall position. Had gotten to his ideal stall position and then made decisions that were incredibly risky. Now MOTHMAN just making good decisions to run away, does not get blown up by Romora, and you need to make good decisions the entire match, including to the end of it, and that's what MOTHMAN did, but Romora just ran out of that mental juice at the end, giving MOTHMAN the opportunity to take it.
Timing it out again, MOTHMAN going up 2-1 over Romora. Like that's mental damage right there. Like when you're just getting timed out and then you realize there's like 10 seconds left and you're scrambling. You're like, I have to do something. And against a character like Morrigan, like when you're at a point where there's only 10 seconds left in the match and you're at a disadvantage in life, like it becomes really, really hard to mount a comeback.
MOTHMAN and is an incredibly skilled player, and both of these players are incredibly skilled. That's why they're in grand finals. And although there's nothing that folks could do to just get to the point where they'll be amazingly good enough to be in grand finals, but if they do want to just improve their general quality of life with some cool emotes and making sure they don't need to deal with ads and stuff like that, they could subscribe to the HAVENGERS and enjoy this wonderful marvel. And it looks like this time things are going much better for Romora. Has the happy birthday, kills off Morrigan. MODOK is just bleeding seriously, but gets the opportunity to try tag back in. Snap is enough. And Phoenix gets the opportunity to get away. Even if she gets hit here, she's going to build up enough meter and has X Factor available while Romora doesn't. This looks like a prime candidate to be a Dark Phoenix game.
Absolutely. There's definitely going to be Dark Phoenix on deck. However, she does have to get through 3 whole characters, and she does have to survive the 0 incoming. So I still think the Romora is in a pretty good position. It's crossed up, but does not confirm. Right, but gets a nice air throw.
Ooh, that was an amazing confirm off of the trap at that very weird angle. Nice work to MOTHMAN, showing that his efficiency with Jean is very high. Is able to get out of the throw situation, has the X Factor. There's a 1 more meter available, so that means that Romora gets to get into Spiral Sword safely using Doom. Very nice work for him there. And MOTHMAN getting hit by missiles, manages to get the opportunity to set up, kills off Vergil, has the X Factor 3, has Dark Phoenix, has the healing field, but Romora blocking. Will he make it through? He's able to get through the entirety of X Factor time, but he is bleeding now, and Doom does not have a lot of resources to try and make it back here. What will he do to try and get rid of Phoenix? Will he be able to stop her reign?
Oh, he doesn't. Just gets hit by a straight trap. And just like that, MOTHMAN going to take it 3-1 over Romora. And he is going to be your X Factory champion for this week.
Congratulations to Mothman. It has been amazing seeing him play and then adapt in between the side that he